It all happened 67 years ago. The world introduced to Jackie Roosevelt Robinson, breaking the color line in the game of baseball. And now his number 42 is worn by every major league player today to announce in unison what he meant not only to the game of baseball, but to all mankind, bringing equality to the baseball diamond and to our lives, although there's still work to be done, and his wife Rachel continues to do just that as we welcome you to Petco Park. It's the second game of the four-game series with the Colorado Rockies, and it is appropriate that it's a time to pause and think about the man.
Two things are for certain: a class act, a gentleman, and one thing I wish I had the chance to meet the man, but not to be. His legacy goes through what I see in pictures and on film. So it's a great day for baseball.
One of the interesting things about Jackie, he was such a man and so strong and bull-like and all that. And he had that high-pitched voice.
Yeah.
It always threw you off. That can't be Jackie Robinson. But what a heart inside that great man. Well, how about last night? Jackie Robinson would have liked the way the Padres won because they won it with their legs with some aggressive play.
Yeah, the Padres were playing with some heart and soul and a little bit of luck, too. Maybe some horseshoes in the back pocket. The line shot off the bat of Troy Tulowitzki to Headley for the double play, the 5-4 double play, and then the wild pitch from Rex Brothers. Everybody is off and running. But great baseball instinct coming around the back end with Seth Smith to score. And, yeah, Willeen Rosario was like, what in the heck just happened right there? And believe it or not, the Padres win by a run. They need a little magic tonight. Hopefully still play with some heart that Jackie Robinson played with so long time ago.
All right, and with that win last night, the Padres have captured 4 of the last 5. A victory tonight. They're at the 500 mark, and it's up to Robbie Erlin to get the job done.
I tell you, Robbie really answered the bell quite nicely in Cleveland. 6 solid innings in Cleveland against a lineup that likes to swing the bat. We saw in spring training, 6 2/3, 4 hits, only 1 earned run. One thing is for sure, he's not afraid to pound the strike zone. He can go to both sides of the plate. And also, Bud Black likes it as well. Bud Black, being a former left-handed pitcher, he likes what he sees in Robbie Erlin. So the spotted fastball, the curveball, if he can really develop a good changeup, Robbie Erlin's got a chance to be a good big league pitcher.
Well, since late last August, Erlin is 3-1 with a 1.89 ERA. He's battling to be a permanent member of that Padre pitching staff. And another left-hander, Bud Black, likes to have those southpaws. But it's a night for baseball and a night to remember. Number 42, Jackie Robinson. More on the former UCLA 4-sport star when we come back. Robinson, breaking the color barrier in the game of baseball. And with more on the Hall of Fame great, let's go down to Kate Osborne.
Thanks, Dick. A very big night in Major League Baseball as teams all across the country are honoring Jackie Robinson. I had a chance to catch up with a few of our Padres players who are very excited about wearing number 42 on their jerseys tonight.
For me personally, as a biracial kid, people at his time who put their necks out there and changed the way that this world viewed that kind of stuff, gave me the opportunity really to just be born, let alone play in the big league.
Especially, me, growing up, African-American kid, he gave me the opportunity to get into this game. And, it's an honor to, celebrate his legacy.
And that was our Geico quote of the game. We will be honoring Jackie Robinson all night long tonight at Petco Park, as well as on our broadcast. But up next, the Padres take on the Rockies in Game 2 of the 4-game set right here on Fox Sports San Diego.
By the box score.
He could hit, he could run.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rickey. I'm certainly delighted with my contract.
He could field, he could throw, he could think.
And I think the conscience of America is beginning to awaken.
Those of us who are fortunate again must fuse in order to help others.
He was always a fierce and a hard competitor.
But we really are not going to have very many allies, and you've got to turn your cheek at every opportunity.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jackie Robinson.
I'm sure that in the immediate future, things are going to improve a great deal.
And he and his wife Rachel, daughter Sharon, fought that fight and continue to do so. And that, above all, is to be most admired.
That was a beautiful piece put together right there.
Yeah, very nice.
Outstanding.
All right, to the game tonight, Game 2 of the 4-game series. Here's the starting lineup for Walt Weiss's Rockies. Brandon Barnes will lead it off in right field. Kadairy's okay, that's good news. Probably a little sore, that right elbow, after the crash in the wall last night. He moves to first base. Left field, Carlos Gonzalez. Troy Tulowitzki, the usual 1-2 punch in the 3-4 slots in the order with Willeen Rosario. Hit another home run last night against the Padres. Nolan Arenado, 2 hits last night in a brilliant defensive play. Drew Stubbs, the ex-Cincinnati Red outfielder, is in center. And then it's DJ LeMahieu and Juan Nicasio as we're underway. Robbie Erlin, 23 years young, from Santa Cruz, California, just south of San Jose. And he misses there, 2-0.
Well, the left-hander is ready to go tonight. Here's the scouting report brought to you by Jaguar of San Diego. Pitch down early, up late. Good curveball down. Keep it down, and changeup. Can he throw the changeup when he's behind in the count? 1-0, 2-1.
Falls behind 3-0, and the one strength of Robbie Erlin is his control and command. Since the late August, when he went 3-1 with a 1.89 ERA, walking only 7 batters and striking out 22. But he falls behind early to Brandon Barnes. There's the first strike of the game. 5 years in the minors. Young Erlin, 26 and 13.
Yep, great numbers. I like his poise on the mound as well. Not too high, not too low, pretty much even keel, right? But he is a competitor.
High fly ball to right field. Chris Denorfia playing. Whoa, that one almost came back on him. Well, one thing, if you make a mistake tonight, just blame it on 42. One away, and here's the Padres defense, brought to you by the Aramco Group. Seth Smith, Venable in center, Denorfia. A late scratch, Everett Cabrera. Amarista was going to start in center. He moves into the infield at shortstop next to Headley. Jerko and Alonso on the right side. Hundley gets a chance to catch. And Erlin on the mound. There's Alexi.
Hey, part of being a big leaguer, right? On a moment's notice. Change your glove. Put the big glove away. Go get the infielder's glove, as Everett Cabrera has reported a sore right knee.
Let's hope that's not serious. And Hundley's going to go out and talk to Erlin as he falls behind Michael Kadire, 2-0. Here's the play last night. It looked like it might be more than just a bruise when he rammed into the wall here trying to make this catch and did not get up quickly. He was in pain. Amarista with the ball lying near Kadire made it all the way to third and a triple. But he's okay back in the lineup, hitting .347. That's a strike.
Yeah, I read online where Michael Kadire was quoted saying it was almost like getting hit by a pitch. You can see he's got a bandage on that right elbow. He's a gamer.
And that's what Erlin can do, nibble on the corners.
And if you're going to get those calls, keep going back out there.
Crew chief Jeff Nelson calling balls and strikes tonight. Well, he did, but missed this time. Kadire especially tough against left-handed pitching. Fouls that one away. Thus far this year, Kadire 7 for 13 prior to the series. He walked 3 times last night and fly to center. Drive to right. Denorfia closing the gap. Oh boy, that was a tough play. Looking into the lights, and Kadire crushed it.
Well, 2 outs here at the top of the first. It's time to take a look at the keys of the game, brought to you by your Honda dealers of San Diego. Keep battling at the plate. Dick, we saw some great battles last night, right? With those walks that the Padres had that ended up scoring 2 runs, 3 walks in that 8th inning. And you know what? Since it's April 15th, Jackie Robinson Day, keep playing with a passion that Jackie himself would be proud of.
By the way, battling at the plate, you did a good job tonight at dinner. I was really proud.
Battled that plate big time. Man. I went back for thirds.
Carlos Gonzalez.
I had 3 walks back to the buffet table.
Well, you like your exercise.
Yeah.
Huh? Man's got to eat and exercise. Strike to Gonzalez. Padres were able to keep him in check last night, although he did hit a couple of balls very well. Remember the Cabrera leaping stab and then another long shot to center field. Watch out. Oh, that just misses the home plate screen.
I tell you what, there is a pitcher right there, Eric Stultz, on the bench tonight, who just battled his heart out last night. Didn't have his best stuff, didn't have the location. There's the final line, a 96 pitch effort for the lefty. 9 hits, 4 runs. But you know what the bottom line is? He kept him in the game, right? enabled the Padres to work a little magic and get a little luck late in the game. And that's what it's going to take for some teams to win some games. Even the great teams have a little luck once in a while, right?
And that was a gift-wrapped win for the Padres. Bud Black opened with a ribbon, said, I like it. I like this package. 6 and 7 are the Padres as we start tonight. The Rockies are 6 and 8. 2 and 2 now to Gonzalez. Cargo, who signed as a 17-year-old at Venezuela. Terrific player.
See how Robbie Erlin's trying to go up late right there with the count 2 and 2, have him chase. One thing I've noticed already right off the bat, Robbie Erlin going to both sides of the plate very nicely. Righties down and away, lefties down and away to Carlos Gonzalez here. First few pitches. There you go.
Strike 3 called. Fastball on the outside corner. 1-2-3 inning for Robbie Erlin. Here come the Padres. Venable, Amarista, and Smith. See why incredible thinking is everywhere. Visit your local GMC dealer today. By Petco, where the healthy pets go. By Mercury Insurance. Mercury Insurance is giving away Padres tickets. Learn more at mercuryinsurance.com/Padres or /Padres. Don't get them wet, just /Padres. And by Southwest Airlines. Find Southwest Airlines fares online only at Southwest.com. Hey, /. Hey. Smash, yeah. It's all good. Juan Nicasio has been very tough on the Padres. Let's look at the Padres lineup brought to you by Toyota. Late change, Cabrera scratched with a sore knee, so Venable moves into the leadoff spot. Then Amarista, Seth Smith, Jet Jerko in the cleanup spot. Chase Headley, the one Padre that really has had good hitting success against Nicasio, 6 for 12 and a couple of home runs. Then Yonder Alonso, Kristen Orphian right, Hundley behind the plate, and Robbie Erlin will hit ninth. 27-year-old from the Dominican Republic who has recovered from a nasty baseball injury. Remember, he was hit in the face with a line drive and broke his neck.
Nasty stuff. Here's the scouting report on the right-hander. He's got better command of the fastball to both sides of the plate. His slider has gotten a little better, and he's added a split to his repertoire.
All outside. You could hear Jeff Nelson give the play-by-play call. Venable needs a base hit to climb over that 200 mark. 91 on the fastball, 1-2. He's 3 for 9 against Nicasio and touched him up for a home run. Outside.
You know, Dick, quite an adjustment for Will Venable as well, because the original lineup was he was hitting 7th, correct? He'd get a chance to maybe see Nicasio against the first hit. Now he's leading off, trying to set the table after Everett Cabrera was scratched.
First time this year, Will's hit in the leadoff spot, and he now has the count worked full.
There's Everett kind of talking about something on the bench right there with Rene Rivera.
Line to left center field. That's slicing toward Gonzalez. He can't get there. It goes all the way to the wall, and Venable's on the run. He takes a big turn at second and will hold. Venable with a good start for the Padres. Lead-off double.
What a great at-bat by Will Venable. Making the adjustment from number 7 in the lineup. The scratch now leading off and setting the table out in front. Looked like an off-speed pitch. And with the way the defense is being played, Gonzalez no chance. Drew Stubbs, who's got good speed. In fact, both those players good speed. Will Venable places it perfectly for his 3rd double of the season.
Padres have been double happy here of late, leading the majors. That's 20 doubles in 7 games plus the first inning tonight. Amarista.
I might have seen a drag bunt here, maybe.
That's a loop back foul out of play.
You know, Kadire is playing in at first base on the grass. Alexi, you see Kadire right there. You've got the third baseman Arenado there playing on the grass as well. Middle infielders playing him to pull up the center, and the outfield to go the other way like Will Venable.
But the truth of the matter, Amarista does not bunt often.
Yeah.
He likes to swing the stick.
Yeah, he wants to drive him in, doesn't he? There you go. I like that idea.
Just pull the ball to the right side, get the man over. Maybe you'll get the ball through the infield. Nicasio, a little wild outside so far. It's his 3rd start of the season. 2 good starts with a win, no losses. He'll give up the home run, however. 12 innings pitched so far this year. Nicasio's been touched up 3 times for homers. Well, he did try to bunt. Venable will return to second base. The count is 1-2. He isn't as successful bunting the ball as Cabrera.
Right.
Cabrera is really very good bunter. In fact, was rated one of the best in the National League last year by the managers. Let's hope that injury will just sideline him for a game or 2, and that's something that's going to plague him, because the Padres have really benefited here in this 4 out of 5 wins from his being the igniting force at the top of the lineup.
You know, like last night with the wild pitch from Rex Brothers, 2 strikes here, right? He might want to try to bounce something here as Robbie Erlin does a little manicuring to his right hand.
Deep in thought.
Will Venable's got to be aware of that ball in the dirt. Maybe take third base on a pitch in the dirt right here.
Up the middle and by Nicasio, smothered by the second baseman LeMahieu. That'll save a run. Good play by DJ LeMahieu. Keep that ball on the infield grass. But first and third, infield hit for Amarista.
Hey, good 2-strike approach. Watch Amarista as this ball is away off the end of the bat, just out of the reach. You know, that may have been a changeup off the bat to Nicasio. He may have thought that that ball was hit harder than it really was. And a great play by LeMahieu, as you mentioned, Dick, preventing that run.
Interesting, you see the 42 on LeMahieu's back, and of course Jerry Coleman wore 42 in New York, as well as Jackie Robinson.
Yeah, I thought Nicasio thought that ball was hit harder than it really was.
So Seth Smith with Padres at the corners, no one out here in the first inning. Padres, when they score first this year, are 3-0, and here's a golden opportunity early. Comes with a slider on the inside corner. Smith is looking for his first base knock with a runner in scoring position. He's 0 for 12 thus far, so he's due. Outside with the fastball. again at 91. Big guy, Nicasio, 6'3", 200. And he's had success against the Padres, 2-0 in his meetings with the San Diegans, and a 2.87 ERA. Hitters batting only .224 off Nicasio in previous meetings. But the first two men up tonight, Venable and Amarista with base hits. Line drive, there's another. That'll get Venable home. Amarista on his way to third on a sharp single from Seth Smith. 1-0 Padres. Smartly struck by Seth Smith.
Bottom line is that Seth Smith can hit. He goes down and gets a slider from Nicasio. Boy, drives with those legs there. Off the end of the bat. And an RBI single for the Padre left fielder. That is some good hitting right there.
So double, single for the Padres to open their first inning. First and third, as Smith and Kadai are in conversation. Jed Jerko, the second baseman, cleanup hitter, steps in. Jed with 7 RBIs. That's the most of any Padre. And pick up some more right here. Whoa, up and in.
Hey, Dick, you know what? I made a boo-boo last night, and I've been thinking about it all night and day today.
Yeah.
Remember that situation last night when Jed came up and Seth Smith couldn't get the bunt down and he walked?
Right.
And the question was posed to me, and you asked, hey, do you put on the bunt here? And I said, hey, yeah, why not? Get him over, right? And I'm thinking to myself, you knucklehead. The guy's batting fourth. Sure, he's only hitting one something, but he could run into one like anyone else, right? Have him swing away. So I've been kicking myself all night and all day. So I just wanted to,
okay, vent. That's good for you.
So anyway,
you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
All right, just lean
comfort
back,
me,
rest,
Professor.
Just rest. Let it go. 3-0 to Jerko. The Padres have a chance now to do some serious damage early. Chase Headley next.
I say give him the green light.
You think he'll lay a fastball in there? He's been wild with a fastball.
And that's the key. That's why I say that, Dick. He might try to go down and away. He might leak over the middle of the plate. They do green light him.
High fly ball sailing toward the seats and right. Over to take a look is Barnes, but out of play.
That was the pitch. Outer half elevated.
So 3-1 to Jerko.
Foot down. You know, one of the things we've mentioned about Jed is to open up that front side a little bit. It looked like he wanted to try to drive that ball to center field a little bit, and maybe right center field. Maybe just open up a little bit, just a skosh.
First and third for the Padres, no one out. Ground ball through the right side. Amarista will score. And holding at second is Seth Smith. It's 2-0. 4 consecutive hits for the Padres. Jerko knocks in his 8th run.
Hey, the Padres having a little fun early on and playing station-to-station baseball. Boy, Jed does a nice job. That ball looked like it was middle and almost two-seamer action. Hits the top of that baseball, not working underneath it, and almost inside-outing that pitch and take it the opposite way.
Goodness, this is very secretive. As pitching coach Jim Wright goes out to talk with Nicasio. Look at the Rockies defense. We didn't have a chance to set it up earlier. Cargo, Gonzalez in left, Stubbs in center, and Barnes in right. Arenado, Tulowitzki, LeMahieu, and Kadai around the horn, with Rosario behind the plate for Nicasio. So the inning starts. Venable doubles to left center. Amarista single over second base. Infield hit, first and third. Smith a line drive, RBI single to right center, 1-0. And Jerko a ground single through the big hole on that right side to make it 2-0. Still no one out and 2 aboard for Chase Headley. Headley has hit Nicasio better than any Padre. There's the fastball. A little extra steam on that one. 93. Padres off to a successful homestand, 3-1, a 10-game stay at beautiful Petco Park for Bud Black's crew. We got Andrew Kastner ready to go tomorrow night. It's going to be a terrific matchup with Jorge De La Rosa. Rosa's had the Padres number. Was a 16-game winner last year. Off to a rough start this year, but we'll get to that later. First and second, no one out. Right in there.
Oh, Chase wants that one back. Look at the body language of the Padre third baseman. Right down the middle. Taken for a strike. Okay, now you got a battle.
Two runs already home. Struck him out. One away. That'll bring up Yonder Alonso. Alonso getting 224.
Well, let's see the ball out of the hand. It looks like it's just a fastball, a good old-fashioned fastball. Back-to-back heaters from Nicasio. Oh, Nick rather. Chase looked very, very late on that.
So one away with runners at first and second to Alonso. Yonder last night, a single and a walk, was 1 for 3. Lines that one foul.
Did you see where Rosario was set up there and where the pitch ended up? Not even close. He wanted to try to bury that pitch in, get in on the hands of Yonder Alonso. And that ball leaked well out of the strike zone, up and away. Look at where Rosario's set up. And look on contact where it is. Not even close.
But good movement.
Yeah. Very good movement.
Check swing foul. Not a hitter that's ever played this game likes that moment where you don't even get a swing at it. And now another strike.
Another happy customer.
Runners ready to go from first and second. Infield looking for a ground ball chance at a double play. Nicasio very deliberate, so Alonso backs off. Trying to hit the outside corner, just a little off the plate. Good eye, Alonso. Already 25 pitches in this first inning for the big right-hander.
That's a good sign for the Padre hitters.
Because the bullpen has been very busy for Colorado, and it's shown. Bullpen giving up late runs and losses at San Francisco Sunday and again last night. Two and two. Try to get him to bite on the slider inside. Well, it's a big day in baseball history, not only because of Jackie Robinson breaking the color barrier 67 years ago, but this is the exact date, April 15th, that baseball came to the West Coast, Major League Baseball. Full count. San Francisco and the Dodgers moved from New York and played each other up at Seal Stadium in San Francisco, and the Giants beat the Dodgers 8-0. Ruben Gomez with a shutout. And a great game of baseball, popular on the West Coast, all the way up to Seattle. Full count. Off the front chin. Mark, what do you have for us?
Well, tonight's broadcast, Dick, is on AFN, the American Forces Network, broadcasting to the U.S. Armed Forces serving in 175 countries and aboard ships at sea. They're watching around the world in Iraq, Germany, Italy, Southwest Asia, South Korea, and Japan. Welcome, everybody. Sit back, relax for a little bit, and enjoy a big league ball game. And a big old thank you for all that you do.
And all the love from the States goes your way. A little taste of Americana tonight. And another foul. That goes into the dugout of the Rockies.
Hey, this is a battle here. 0-2. This was an 0-2 at bat. Alonso was in the hole.
Worked it to 3-2. Now has fouled off a couple. Yonder, born in Cuba, much like Yasmani Grandal, parents and young son and family escaping to Miami while he was still in elementary school, then to the University of Miami as an All-America. Another foul. Made good contact, but late on the swing. Bounces out of the second tier and then downstairs.
Hey, and Nicasio's got that look on his face like, what do I need to do? He's looking at the baseball, pulling a Mark Fidrich. Hey, come on, help me out a little bit. Come here, I want to talk. Hey, should I make up a pitch here or what?
30 pitch inning, and he has only one out. 2 runs are home for the Padres and 2 men aboard.
Does he want to locate the fastball? Does he want to try to backdoor the breaking ball? Does he pull the string on the split or changeup? Did I leave the iron on in my room?
Hey, not everyone irons their clothes on the road like you do. I'll have some shirts ready for you in Washington, D.C. on the next trip. Again, the 3-2 pitch. Line drive center field, charging and making the catch, and that'll be a double play. Drew Stubbs is one of the fastest players in the major leagues, and Stubbs got a good break on it. A shot to center. At first it looked like another run. It winds up a double play, but the Padres on 4 hits get 2 early and lead the Rockies 2-0. For a chance to have it shown in our broadcast, brought to you by AT&T. I'll show you one of those fan photos later in the telecast as Troy Tulowitzki, Willeen Rosario, and Nolan Arenado scheduled for the Rocks here in the top of the second. Erlin retired the side in order in the first inning, although Kadire crushed one on a line for an out to right field. Last night with the bases loaded and Tulowitzki up, this play, a shot to third right at Headley. Headley threw to second for a double play. Hit so hard Tulowitzki didn't even get out of the batter's box.
And great job by Jed Jerko at second base. As soon as that ball was struck, getting to second base for the throw for the completion of the double play. That was huge.
So they had the bases loaded, all on walks, got nothing on the line drive double play. The Padres got the favor returned by the Rockies' wildness. 3 bases on balls in the 8th inning, and then a wild pitch that scored 2 runs, and the Padres rallied from 4-0 down to win 5-4. 1 ball, 1 strike to Tulo. There's a breaking ball for a strike.
There's the curveball we're talking about, nose to toes. Beautiful. Right on the inside corner to Tulowitzki.
That didn't miss by much.
I love that. I love that. Come inside with some authority. That's where you want to miss, especially against Tulowitzki. 2 baseballs off the plate inside rather than 2 baseballs over the inner third of the plate where you'll probably be reaching for a new one.
Tulowitzki, a star in college at Cal State Long Beach. Lines that one up the middle and by Jerko's dive into center field. Sharply struck. And the Rockies have their first base hit. That'll bring up Willeen Rosario.
He's such a good hitter. Watch how this pitch is up. On contact, it's up around the letters on the jersey, but he can get up on top of it and put some topspin on it to scoot through that infield in a diving Jerko.
Brings up the hard-hitting catcher, Willeen Rosario. He homered last night, has homered in the last 2 games for Colorado. And against San Diego in just 28 games, he's hit 8 home runs. The Padres haven't figured him out yet, how to keep him in the yard.
Well, I'll tell you one person who knows how to pitch to him, and that's pitching coach Darren Balsley. Watching film, going over reports, it's all about executing the pitches. And Robbie Erlin knows how to go about getting them. Hey, the strikeout would be great, but how about a ground ball to one of the infielders to get 2?
Rosario led all National League catchers in home runs last year with 21. Last 2 this year in each of the last 2 games. He homered into the left field bleachers last night. There's a broken bat single into right field. Charging the ball is Denorfia, and holding at second is Tulowitzki. Yeah, that bat serves a lot of purposes. Doesn't have to be solid when you get your singles. Breaks a bat, and the first 2 men are on for Colorado.
Yeah, there are hits, and then there are hits when you make a decent pitch and you shatter a bat into about 4 pieces. And the hitter still gets rewarded right there. The good thing for Robbie Erlin is it's just station to station. The double play is still in order.
Young Arenado, the third baseman, hitting .273 with a couple of home runs. Broke in as a rookie last year and won a Gold Glove. He caught a lot of attention with his terrific defensive skills. He showed that last night.
Ooh, big swing.
He takes a good cut every time up.
Well, he has grounded into 2 double plays this year. The leader in that category for the Rocks is DJ LeMahieu with 4. Rosario has grounded into 3.
Arenado will celebrate a birthday tomorrow night. Just 23. Curveball inside.
That's a good sharp breaking ball right there. You know, Eric Stoltz, the other left-hander, he's got more of that change-up looping curve.
1 ball, 1 strike, no one out. Rockies had the tying run aboard. A couple of singles here in the second. That one gets away, and Hundley able to scamper after it and hold the runners.
You know, even though Robbie threw the curveball prior to that pitch for a ball, he comes right back for a curveball, and I like that. So now this is the thing I mentioned in our scouting report. This is a perfect opportunity for a good changeup. 2-1, fastball count. Can he pull the string for a strike and have him roll one over possibly to get a grounder?
Another good cut. We talked about that Gold Glove that Arenado won as a rookie last year and how uncommon that is for a rookie third baseman to win the Gold Glove. It's happened only twice. Arenado last year in the 57-year history of the award. The other, here's a name that some of you old timers will remember at Boston. Frank Malzone won the Gold Glove.
That's quite an accomplishment.
2-2. Off first. That one's going to elude Alonso back about 3 rows. Well, a year ago, Mark, we were all jolted by the horrific news from Boston, bombing at the Boston Marathon. Let's see, it's next Monday they're going to run again. Probably the biggest field ever. Did you see the 60 Minutes report on Sunday night on Janine Flanagan, the best American distance runner? She finished third last year. From the day of the tragedy, she devoted herself to running in Colorado, high altitude. She's done nothing else but prepare. She wants to win this year's marathon for the United States. She was so engaging. If you have no reason to root for anyone, try to look up the interview with Janine Flanagan. You'll want to be cheering her home on Monday. 2-2. Yeah, this is starting to look like the first inning for the Padres, isn't it? Padres got 4 consecutive hits. Now 2 straight singles for Colorado and a dangerous 3-2 count on Arenado. Struck him out. He went after ball 4. Second strikeout for Erlin.
That is a pitcher's pitch. And as I mentioned earlier, Robbie Erlin does a nice job of going to both sides of the plate, down and away to the righty, down and away to the lefty. Talk about a big-time pitch when needed.
So with 1 out, Drew Stubbs off to a slow start this year. 3 for 17. 176 is average. Extraordinarily fast is Stubbs. I mean, you saw how he ran down that line drive from Alonso. Most center fielders would have played that on a hop. He turned it into a double play. Off the mask. And McCunley. Well, you fans around San Diego and around the world on American Forces Television, noting, of course, that all the players in all the games wearing number 42, a tribute to the great Jackie Robinson. Breaking ball didn't quite get the outside corner. Tulowitzki at second, Rosario at first. 1 out and 1 and 2 coming up. An ordinary number of foul balls tonight. Everyone's going to get a souvenir. Stay with us right to the final out. Foul ball happy. And for fans, that's a good thing.
Yeah, that gentleman on the right brought his glove to the ballpark.
.15 foul balls already. Strike three call. That one wasn't fouled off as Robbie Erlin again picks on the corner for a strikeout. That's number 3.
When his back's up against the wall, especially this inning, Arenado swinging. Stubbs looking outside corner once again, relying on the location and really rearing back when he needs to make a good quality pitch.
That brings up DJ LeMahieu, now 2 on 2 out. LeMahieu an RBI base hit last night. So his RBI count now to 8. That equals the Padres' best, Jed Jerko's 8. And he's the number 8 hitter. Starts him with a curveball that misses. One and one. Product of LSU. LeMahieu. And the count to 1-2 as Erlin trying to pitch out a couple of singles to open the inning.
He got in the kitchen of LeMahieu right there on that last pitch, tying him up. Couldn't get extended.
Runners go. And a ground ball to first and by first fair. That's going to score 1 as Tulowitzki jogs in and over to third goes Rosario. So Walt Weiss had the runners in motion there, and LeMahieu with a late swing didn't hit it hard, but right over the first base bag for an RBI single, and it's a 2-1 game.
So after that ball was struck off the bat of LeMahieu, it almost looked like it was slow motion. Yonder Alonso was playing well off the line at first base. That's what the spray charts tell you, where to play him. Now look at the pitch. It's down and away. It's up a little bit. It's up a little bit, but that's where he wanted it on the plate. And LeMahieu does a good job of just spanking it that way.
Nicasio then steps up. He's 0 for 5 this season, the pitcher, and he comes out hacking. 1-1. So the pitch count mounting for Robbie Erlin. This is a long inning for him.
Yep.
43 pitches. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Chance to strike out the side. Rosario the tying run at third. LeMahieu with the RBI single at first. Struck him out. 4 strikeouts now for Robbie Erlin. He strikes out Arenado, Stubbs, and now Nicasio.
He just started walking down the third baseline, and that pitcher made his first move in his windup. He was gone. And he was a big man. Back in those days, if they blocked the play, he'd run right over him.
Yogi Berra bumping into the chest protector of the umpire. He thought he was out. And Jackie could indeed steal home. And Roger Craig, you played for him and know Roger, he's such a wonderful character, was mentioning also that what Jackie Robinson would do, he would single and go almost halfway to second base.
Yeah.
If you threw back to first base, he took second. If you threw to second, he went back to first. Right. I mean, he was so good and so quick in reacting that he dared you and would steal bases even on a live play. A single could become a double, a triple. There are his numbers. Remember, he didn't make it because of the prejudice against black players. He didn't get to the big leagues till he was 28 years old. And look at the numbers he posted in just 10 years. Think about that. Willie Mays, because of Jackie Robinson, right, of sorts, he got to start playing in the big leagues at 21.
That's right.
All right, 2-1. This game's got to end 4-2, don't you think?
In favor of the Padres, right, of course. You know, that steal of home for Jackie Robinson, I'm surprised Casey Stengel didn't challenge that. He was the manager of the Yanks at 55. Oh, if I could go back in time, Dick.
He's lucky that they even had film coverage of that. Denorfia, Hundley, and Erlin to bat for the Padres. Bottom three in the order against Juan Nicasio. Dino is .250 on the season. Yeah, I remember Yogi and Jackie Robinson arguing about just that play. Yogi would not relent. He was, you were out. And Jackie would smile and giggle. I'd like to go back and redo those sports challenge shows. Over 100 shows with the greatest athletes in all the sports. And what did I know about hockey? You know, and they never got one autograph. I mean, but
really?
Yeah. Just the delight was that after the shows, they'd all gather in the green room, and there'd be some beverages, and they were in no hurry to leave, and they talked the sport of the. You know, they're all fans, so they're talking the other guy's sport. Strike three called. Denorfia caught looking. That's second strikeout for Nicasio. Well, a reminder this month, Fox Sports San Diego is proud to honor the Jackie Robinson Family YMCA. In fact, they were here present before the game tonight in ceremonies. The charity partner of the month, presented by Kaiser Permanente. Their mission is dedicated to improving the quality of human life and helping all people realize their fullest potential. For more information, visit foxsportssandiego.com.
And Michael Brunkner, the executive director of the Jackie Robinson Family YMCA, is going to be joining us in a little bit here. Does great things for the kids and everybody down there at the YMCA. He's been at it a long time, doing great things.
Nick Hundley, just 10 at bats so far, 4 for 10. Manager Bud Black had a premonition that Hundley would run into one tonight.
That'd be nice.
Let's see if he can prognosticate the big moment. That's right in there. 3-1. Three and two. More pitches, and now right at 42. Up the middle. Tough play for the shortstop Tulowitzki, but he makes it. Oh, he's so smooth for a big man. And able to throw off balance and be that accurate as Hundley is denied. 2 out to Robbie Erlin, the pitcher.
You're absolutely right, Dick. A big frame, 6'3", 215, Troy Tulowitzki. From the glove to the bare hand, and then look at the throw. It's a nice firm throw on the run for the veteran shortstop.
Nicasio almost ruined the chance. He threw his flagged his glove up there. If he'd hit it, might have deflected it for a base hit. Erlin's first at bat this year, and he hits it right back off Nicasio this time. Here comes Tulowitzki again, and he makes the play. Now they don't practice that one. 1-6-3. A couple of dandies made by the shortstop for the Rockies. Padres go in order thanks to Tulowitzki's defense. One for Colorado. Top of the order, Barnes, Kadire, and Gonzalez against Robbie Erlin. And we welcome to our Fox Sports San Diego broadcast booth Michael Brunker. He's the Chief Executive Officer for the Jackie Robinson, San Diego Jackie Robinson YMCA. And we congratulate you on that job alone.
Thank you so much, and what a treat it is to be here on Jackie Robinson Day.
Yeah, and you're wearing number 42.
I've got number 42, no doubt. I wear it every time I come to the ballpark.
That's great.
Yes, I do.
Michael, how many years have you been now associated with the YMCA down there?
I came to the Jackie Robinson YMCA in 1997, so it's going on 17 years right now.
And it's ironic because Jackie Robinson wore number 42, which we're honoring tonight, and Jerry Coleman wore number 42. Jerry was very involved.
I just need to know, is this the seat where, is this the booth Jerry
No, he's over he was on the radio side. He came over now and then.
Did he really?
Yeah. He would honor us.
As you know, Jerry, Mark, Jerry was a great friend of our Y, and he always billed himself as being the other 42 when Jackie Robinson wore 42 for the Dodgers.
And originally, the YMCA, that was the Southeast YMCA, and it first opened in 1943 during the war, and then that was renamed the Jackie Robinson. When did that happen?
It happened in the mid-'70s, and a lot of people don't realize that in San Diego there were some racial tensions going on, especially in southeastern San Diego. And so the students at Lincoln High School, and this is about the time that Jackie was called to be with the Lord, they came up with the idea of why not name it the Jackie Robinson Memorial YMCA. And that's what they did. The kids from Lincoln High School, 2 blocks away from our YMCA, did.
That's great.
And that's an interesting point, Michael, because we mentioned in the pregame show about how I think that players, even high school players, they should be educated about the life and times and the legacy of Jackie Robinson. And that goes to show you the kids in the area what they knew about the legendary Jackie Robinson.
And at that time, everybody knew across the country. There was an article I read today, and it talked about how, the people that really put the message out about Jackie Robinson, how much he appreciated that. But when you look right now, even in this era, with the movie 42, a year old right now, it came out a year ago, and now at this time of year, everybody can go out and watch that movie. But now with the videos and going online, you can Google Jackie Robinson. You can see every video of him playing, him speaking, and what a great educational piece that is.
And true to the mission of Jackie Robinson. I mean, he was the baseball player, but ultimately he fought for equality and education, and your YMCA is involved very deeply in the educational process as well.
No doubt about it, and that quote is for real. You know, he said a lot of things throughout his playing career and afterwards, but a life is not important except in the impact it has on other lives. And so what happened on the 50th anniversary of Jackie Robinson breaking the Major League color barrier, our San Diego Padres did an amazing thing. They built the first little Padre Park at our YMCA, and then later that month they decided to have a gala. And at that gala, they gave out 3 $1,000 scholarships to college-bound high school seniors that either live in or go to school in our service area. That was in January of '97. I was hired in October of '97, and I asked everybody, hey, what are we doing to get ready for the next gala? And they looked at me like they didn't know because they'd never done that. Now, on April 26th, we will celebrate our 18th annual. And over those years, we've given out over 160 scholarships to college-bound high school seniors. And I need to once again say that without the Padres and without Jerry Coleman, that would never have happened.
Yeah, thank you. And that's the work you're doing with. Whoa, line drive caught by Alonso. A couple of deep drives to right and a line out to first. Well, we thank you very much, Michael Brunker, and keep up the good work.
And thank you Padres for all the great work you're doing. Yes, we do.
Padres will be on your side.
Thanks for all you do.
Jackie Robinson, San Diego YMCA. Oh, my. Of his contract, 6 more years, and just coincidentally on Saturday night against the Giants, Saturday night baseball night in San Diego, of course, is a giveaway night. And here's the gift for you fans before you come out to see the Padres and Giants on Saturday night. Make sure you get one of these San Diego Jerko jerseys.
By our good friends at Petco.
All right. And you get a pet bandana too. Is this the pet bandana in your pocket?
No. Yeah, like you said, it's a 3-for-1 night. Pet bandana, Jerko alternate jersey, and a big league ball game.
Now that's the power of Together. Brought to you by Petco. Get your tickets at Padres.com or call 619-795-5555. You know it's going to be a big house. Why don't you join the fun? Venable leading it off for the Padres, and he looks at strike 3. Venable had doubled to start the first inning and came around to score, as did Amarista, who followed with an infield hit.
Oh, there's that fastball I was talking about. Juan Nicasio getting better, commanding to both sides of the plate, and he gets Venable there looking.
So since Jerko's RBI single that made it 2-0 in the first inning, Nicasio has settled down, and now 6 in a row. 3 on strikeouts. He was a little off the mark at the start. The Padres took advantage, but he seems in rhythm now. Throwing confidently, but the pitch count at 50. So if you're just joining us, Everth Cabrera, late scratch in the lineup tonight. So Amarista moving from center field, where he was slated to start, and replacing Everth Cabrera at shortstop. Sore knee for the Padre All-Star of a year ago. Did he go? No. Scott Berry there at third. And the count full as he skips that breaking ball. 42 youngsters in the pregame ceremonies from the Jackie Robinson YMCA were part of the pregame activities. Also San Diego RBI reviving baseball in the inner city youngsters. Nice scene. Great cause. Left center field. Gonzalez watches it slice right into his glove for the second out. Brings up Seth Smith. Knocked in one of the runs in the first inning with a line single to right center. Well, tomorrow night, quite a matchup. Andrew Cashner goes for his second win against Jorge De La Rosa. De La Rosa, 16-game winner last year, but off to a rugged start, 0-2 with an ERA over 9. What an outstanding pitcher, and should be fun to watch. And Cashner off his one-hit shutout complete game. See how he comes back. He's ready to go.
He's in quite the groove right now. The way he threw the ball against the Tigers, it's one of those situations where as a starter you can't wait to get back out there. You just keep that ball rolling. I'll tell you what, everything was so effortless that night when Andrew was throwing. It's fun to watch.
Awkward on his follow through there. 3-0. And he misses again. A 4-pitch walk, and with 2 outs, Smith is aboard. And speaking of Andrew Cashner, you'll want to join FoxSportsSanDiego.com. Scott Miller with an in-depth interview with Andrew. That's going to debut tomorrow. Scott, our MLB insider, will enjoy that.
Yeah, he does a great job. Scott Miller's a good egg. Glad to have him.
Cashner is from a family of funeral directors. His grandfather and his father owning a mortuary. He made a lot of money himself mowing grass as a kid. Jerko fouls it away.
I talked about that with Andrew on the last plane trip home after the road trip.
Yeah, he said he had to dig some graves, and he made enough money. He had his own mower, and he'd go through the whole neighborhood mowing lawns, mowing fields, golf courses. He was rich as a high school kid. Enterprising guy. But as they say, there's more to the story, and Scott Miller has it for you.
Well, for Nicasio, until Jerko stepped to the plate, faced 12 hitters, 6 3-ball counts. It's a lot of pitches, a lot of deep counts for the Rocky right-hander.
Ground ball sharply to deep third. Arenado with a gun over there fires to first base for the out. And the Padres gone in the third. They lead it 2-1.
Thanks, Dick. This year, the Jackie Robinson Foundation sent 200 students to college, and I am honored to be joined with one who was named in 2003 a Jackie Robinson Scholar. Now, he's working in marketing with TaylorMade. Kenneth Patterson, welcome here to the ballpark.
Thank you.
What is it that you learned by being a Jackie Robinson Scholar?
Well, Jackie did so much for not only minorities in the game of baseball, but for people outside of that. And so being a scholar and going back to the Mentoring and Leadership Conference every year, and I saw alum that were in the program back in 85 and 88, I saw that I need to give back too. And so that's one of the most important things that I learned, and so that's why I go back every year to do the same thing.
Now, how has your life changed and impacted, really, by being a scholar?
My closest friends, and I actually kind of consider them family, are from that foundation. I actually talk to more alum and more scholars than I do students that I went to school with. And so it's way more than just money. It's a family, and that's big.
That's incredible. Now, taking it here to the ballpark, what was it like to be on field in the ceremonies that were honoring Jackie Robinson?
Special. I mean, I've been in San Diego for 6 years now. This is my new home, and to be able to represent the foundation on this special day in my newfound home is a special day for me.
Thank you, Kenneth. Dick, Mark, back to you guys in the booth.
All right, Kate, well done. Yeah, that's nice to hear.
Yep.
It's family. It's not only the experience as a young man and then the scholarship, but they make friends for life. Tulowitzki leading off the fourth. He's now at 2-2. He singled up the middle and scored the Rockies run in the second inning.
And the big thing is giving back, right? It's almost like a baseball team. It's the veteran guys who take care of the rookies, right? And then as those rookies go through their big league career, they take care of the rookies. It was Mark Kotsay that took care of Houston Street when he first came up. Well, guess what Houston Street's doing now? He's buying suits for rookies in the month of September when they come out, because that's what Mark Kotsay did for Houston when he was a rookie.
Pass the baton.
Yep.
Tulowitzki, Rosario, and Arenado here in the fourth. That ball is drilled to left center field. Over goes Smith. Can't get there, all the way to the wall. Tulowitzki can coast into second base with a ringing double. He's 2 for 2.
Dick, does it always seem to you that whether we're playing in Denver or playing here against the Rockies, it always seems like Troy Tulowitzki is up every inning? I mean, when he came up to the plate this inning, I was like, wasn't this kid just up at the plate?
Well, 2 innings ago.
Yeah, after it's all said and done. I mean, the reason that is because he makes such a difference at the plate, and his track record proves that. He's always a threat. He got an elevated pitch there again and pulled it for the double.
Yeah, he makes an impression every game, every at bat. So the tying run with no one out at second base, and here's Rosario, a broken back single to right field, his first at bat. Better not hang those up high to Rosario.
Well, Mark Sweeney joins us this half inning, and Mark, you mentioned in the pregame show you were proud to wear that Dodger uniform, and probably extra proud tonight on Jackie Robinson night.
Yeah, just extra special, especially when you get into that Dodger uniform and you understand, you see, and you touched on it too, Mark, seeing the pictures of Jackie Robinson around the ballpark, very special, and today is an honor to even think about what he had and the impact he had on baseball.
And it's more than that. Baseball, obviously the first impression and headline, historical, but Jackie wasn't satisfied with that. He was preaching for equality to all. Think about all the black athletes that we cheer today, and all of them benefited from what Jackie Robinson sacrificed. That the movie I thought was very true to his life, and they couldn't be as honest as his real life, because they had to temper the awful part, the death threats, young kids yelling out the N-word, his own teammates not talking to him. I mean, how he could bite his lip and move on, that took some man. Line drive right through the box past the head of Erlin, hit so hard that Tulowitzki has to hold. Good throw came in from center field and Venable. But here come the Rockies. Rosario's 2 for 2.
I'm just glad that didn't get a piece of Robbie Erlin. Watch how close this hanging breaking ball right up the box. Look out. Oh,
that was close.
Oh,
man.
He's got to work down in the zone. That breaking ball was hung up towards the middle of the plate. Got to make an adjustment here.
First and third, no one out. Padres 2-1 lead in jeopardy as Arenado steps up. He struck out first time. Infield back. In the dirt, ball one.
Nice block by Nick there. Mark Sweeney, also, we talked about the Rockies. It's a nice combination of young players and veterans alike.
Yeah, I think they have a good mix, and talked to Walt Weiss, the manager of the Rockies, and that's exactly what he likes, buying into the philosophy. But he also said he has the Michael Kadires, the Carlos Gonzalez, the Troy Tulowitzkis to go to and get advice, and they can be that message throughout the locker room.
High fly ball. That's going to get the run home deep and out. Denorfia will make the catch, make his play to second base. Tulowitzki scores, and it's a 2-2 tie. Sacrifice fly Arenado, his 8th RBI of the year. It's a 5th putout already for Denorfia and right. Drew Stubbs struck out, looked at a third strike. Back in the second. And Tulowitzki has scored both Rockies runs.
See how Robbie Erlin holds the baseball in his the back of himself and twirls it when he's going from the stretch position. Right. That's always scared me. I always kind of get the jitters a little bit, because if there's a runner on base, and right now, right, he's getting the sign. If he accidentally drops that ball, it's a walk. But that's just something he's used to been doing probably since he, started working on the stretch in high school or Pony League.
Swing and a miss. Change up effective there to open the battle against Drew Stubbs. Both pitchers tested with a lot of throws early.
Yeah, this is going to be boiling down to the bullpens tonight, which, like a lot of games are, we know that. Not a lot of complete games.
Mark, that's an interesting point you see with Robbie Erlin behind his back and showing that. You got to be very careful not fingering that pitch that you're going to throw early in that. You would see a lot of guys change the grips in the glove, but that can be signal between players.
Yeah.
That ball hit deep to left center field. A long run for Venable. He's to the path and makes the catch. Tagging and returning to first base is Rosario. Stubbs gave that one a good ride.
That ball leaked middle in and wanted it down and away. Got the hands in just a little bit. Couldn't get the full extension there. And they got Will Venable out there tracking it down.
So 2 outs to DJ LeMahieu. He rolled a single right over the first base bag in the second inning to drive in the first run of the game. These Rockies from 1 through 8 in the lineup, they take their swings.
They don't get cheated.
It's interesting. They have the best batting average of anyone in baseball against left-handed pitching. They're hitting .324 as a team against lefties coming in tonight, and yet they're 0-4. Pop up, that might be playable near the dugout of the Padres.
Don't get hurt.
Guys, it actually hit that wire.
The guy
that
wire
holds
there?
up the backstop. Yeah, ricocheted off that wire. Thought Yonder Alonso was going to have an opportunity. He was actually starting to come back, where he's going to have to reach over, but
I don't think we've seen that in years. Hit that wire. Look at him. He full focus as he slides down the steps.
Yeah, both of them had opportunities, and you could see him. That was going to come right down where Dave Roberts was.
So LeMahieu with a second life. Erlin visiting first, trying to keep Rosario close with 2 outs. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 5 strikeouts now for Rob Erlin, but the Rockies get even. A double by Tulowitzki, single Rosario, and Arenado sacrifice fly, tying it up. Chase Headley will start things for the Padres in the home half of the 4th.
Just turn it off and on. I hear about guys saying they, have the big contract year. Man, I'm trying to have a big contract year every year. I'm going out there and giving everything I have, and to do more, in a contract year, I just don't see that happening.
That's coming up tonight. A fascinating conversation with Chargers defensive end Dwight Freeney and the Padres' Chase Headley. Mike Pomeranz hosts SD Live. 2 terrific guests tonight. Hope you'll join us right after Padres Live, the post-game show.
Oh, that's why I'm going to watch it. Big Mike Pomeranz fan. He's the man.
Guys, he does such a great job with that show.
Doesn't he?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, you hurry home to Alpine. Mary thinks you're hurrying home to say, honey, I'm home, I love you, but you want to get to see Pomeranz in action.
You know what? I hear such great things about Mike Pomeranz. I hear he's going to take over for Piers Morgan, CNN.
See, look, he's already working on the next show.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
He's working on that interview with Madonna coming up. Exclusive.
He's writing his ad libs, hopefully for a very successful Padre game tonight. Trying to make it 5 out of the last 6. And here is Headley. Foul tip, strike 1. He struck out the first time. Dodgers, by the way, tonight on Jackie Robinson Day. For the first time, they're on the road. They've been at home for the last 10 years on Jackie Robinson Day. They're at San Francisco tonight. Last time we looked, they had a 1-0 lead. Adrian Gonzalez, they had to tackle him and tie him up and get him on the plane. He didn't want to leave Arizona. What do you have? 4 home runs, 10 RBIs.
D-backs struggling.
Yeah. 4 and 12. Blew that fastball right through the swing. 91. Hold to the first baseman. Kadire will take it himself to the bag for the out. Well, National League West. Padres trying to climb up to 500. Dodgers, team to beat. Everyone picking them with that highest paid team in baseball are 9-4. San Francisco just a game back. The Padres 3 out. And Colorado 3.5. Arizona already moved 6.5 games off the pace.
A lot of games within the division this month and the big road trip. Mark Sweeney, Milwaukee, Washington, San Francisco. Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, it's a tough road trip, but you got to take care of it. They've had a good start, the Padres have, to this homestand, and that's what they have to take care of, one game at a time.
Yep.
Sounds cliche, but that's the way the Padres have to go about their business.
How about Milwaukee losing last night after winning 9 in a row? They're playing well.
Their pitching staff, their team ERA is under 2. Milwaukee.
1.97. Yeah, I threw a 9er in there.
Line foul by Alonso. He worked the count. Remember, he was down 0-2. Worked it to 3-2. Fouled off 3 pitches. And then with runners at first and second, lined to center field, but hit it so hard it carried all the way to the center fielder, Drew Stubbs.
Nice layoff there. Well, Mark Sweeney, being the hitter extraordinaire that you were in your career, when you see Nicasio, what do you see from him?
You know what I see, especially with his off-speed pitches, he's slowing his arm down. Something that you pick up offensively if you're looking for that release point. But they slow that arm down, Mark. You tend to stay off of those breaking balls. You're seeing that from the Padres, getting back into counts. But try to get that fastball, try to elevate that fastball.
I just noticed that on that last changeup that went up and away.
Two and 2. Bases empty, 1 out. Tough to lay off that. That was a pretty good pitch. And the count full once again. In his 2 outings, Nicasio went 7 innings in his first start at Arizona, threw 88 pitches, and against the White Sox 95 pitches last time out. That ball hit well to left field, but ball is not carrying tonight at all. Heavy air. And 2 away. And time now for the Saquon Casino Daycation statistic of the game. Jackie Robinson averaged almost 20 plate appearance per strikeout during his major league career. 1947 to 56 is 10 years. During that same span, the average in the National League was striking out every 9.5 plate appearances. You had to really be good to strike out Jackie Robinson.
That's knowing the strike zone, having great hand-eye coordination, putting the ball in play.
Denorfia to right field. But again, the ball hanging up, and Brandon Barnes makes the catch. A 1-2-3 inning for Nicasio. It's all even here at Petco. 2 aside. Padres Baseball, brought to you by Saquon Casino. Real friendly and real close. By Jack in the Box. Head to Jack in the Box. Try the new Jack's Blazing Chicken Sandwich. And by the Aramco Group. Purchase, refinance, reverse. Visit us at aramco.biz. Reminder of the greatest Padre, Tony Gwynn, out there in the park at the park. Josh Johnson, the news on the big right-hander, signed in the offseason. He had a cortisone shot last Wednesday. He's scheduled to see Dr. Andrews next week to examine that right forearm, hopefully to find good news. Casey Kelly, by the way, is improving daily and close to a rehab assignment, the right-hander. And Carlos Quentin took batting practice for the second time today. Hopefully he's a couple, 3 weeks away from a rehab assignment himself. 1-1. Slap foul by Nicasio. There's batting practice today.
Boy, what an impact he made when he was in the lineup. That's for sure.
Made everyone better around him, especially Chase Headley. 2-2 to the Colorado pitcher who struck out swinging the first time. Barnes and Kadire, top of the lineup, will follow. Right down here, Nick Hundley says, come on, 3-2. Foul tip, strike 3. 6 strikeouts for Robbie Erlin. And that brings us to our Southwest Airlines Military Spotlight. And that involves the great Jackie Robinson. In the military during World War II. Second lieutenant for 3 years. Court-martialed because he got on a military bus and they told him to sit in the back, and he said, I'm sitting right here. So military court-martial, but after all was said and done, he was honorably discharged. Oh, he stood for principle.
Oh, yeah.
Brandon Barnes looks at a big sweeping rainbow curve. Strike 1. He's fly twice to right. Michael Kadire on deck, line twice to right. Get ready out there, Denorfia. Inside, 1-1. So tomorrow night it's Cashner against De La Rosa, and then a day game Thursday, 3:30 on Fox Sports San Diego. Ian Kennedy against Franklin Morales.
It kind of looked like a slider from Robbie Erlin. Haven't seen too many of those. It was either that or he kind of worked around a changeup a little bit.
Good cut by Barnes.
Well, Andrew Kastner, he's got the clipboard, charting some pitches possibly, writing some notes down about hitters. He could be writing a letter to somebody, some snail mail, right? Stick a stamp on it and tell that person how much he loves them.
The pitchers don't chart the way they used to. But they might make some notes. Yeah. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Erlin. 7 for the left-hander.
Well, Robbie Erlin in the repertoire of the left-hander has the curveball, and that's the grip right there. See how the middle finger is on the seam there, so that's the release. So you get all 4 seams going in the same direction. Get up on top, pull down the shade, and when you throw it early in the count for the called strike, you can kind of bounce that when you get ahead because hitters know, oh, he can throw it for a strike. They offer at it, and it's out of the zone.
And all 3 of those, you notice, they all were down in the strike zone. You didn't serve them upstairs where it might hang. Swing and a foul.
That was a change up there from Robbie. And Kadire was way out in front of it. Good pitch.
The 7 strikeouts for Erlin in just 4 2/3 innings. That ties his career high. It's the 4th time he struck out 7, so he's got a good chance to set a career best. There it is. The curveball spins in there. 1-2. Kadire is lined to right twice.
Well, you get the feel of that pitch, then you elevate the fastball. In this situation, 1-2. Well, Nick Hundley wants him to bounce it.
He does, and he lines it to left field on a couple of hots to Seth Smith. So after lining twice to right, Kadire turns on it and whistles a line drive single to left field. And that brings up Carlos Gonzalez and our Southwest Airlines spray chart.
And the left-handed hitter hits direction this season. Hey, that's a good sign for him. Center field. That means he's using the whole diamond, staying on the baseball. And Mark Sweeney is down there. We know the type of hitter he is, Mark, and that is a good sign, right?
Yeah, it is.
The majority to center?
It is, Mark, and you can use the middle of the field, but also he has the power to all fields. He likes getting out there, and he can have plate coverage, even pull that ball that's outside. He has that ability.
Fastball at 89 upstairs, 4 ball.
Let's be honest, though, guys. When you're at Coors Field and that's your home field, there's a lot of confidence that comes into your mind, especially on the hitting. When you get in the batter's box, you feel like you can power it everywhere.
There have been 3 or 4 balls hit tonight that in the clear air, high air altitude of Denver might have gone out. And here they're barely making it to the warning track.
Tim Stauffer getting loose in the Padre bullpen as that pitch count starts to inch up there for Rob Erlin. The next pitch, 87 for the left-hander.
2 out. Kadire with a single at first. Eric Young Sr. coaching there at first, helping Kadire with his lead. Big swing by Cargo.
That's a pitcher's comfort zone. If you want to throw the fastball, right, you're behind in the count, down and away, knee high, and Robbie Erlin has done that a few times this evening. He struck out Carlos Gonzalez in the first inning to end the first, looking at that fastball down and away.
Gonzalez lined to the leaping Alonso, who made a catch the last time. Hey. Oh, under the chin. Yeah, don't be leaning out there, Carlos Gonzalez. Might walk right into one.
Hey, sometimes a fastball is going to get away from you. Nick Cunley was set up inside, but you're right, Dick. And Mark Sweeney, that guys dive to try to protect, especially after peppering away at that outside part of the plate.
Well, guys, I don't have a problem with that. I'd like to see that actually more. Not up near the head area, but moving the feet from hitters. That's very uncomfortable from the hitter's perspective, but also opens up a lot of avenues for Robbie Erlin to work on that outside edge.
Gonzalez putting the pieces back together and now steps back in with the count 3-1. And ball 4. With 2 outs. Trouble spot with Tulowitzki coming up.
Well, let's go back to the first pitch here. We see a lot of fastballs, a lot of number ones. And look at the location. He wants to try to keep it away. It's 2-0. There's the good fastball outside corner, and then buzzes the tower a little bit. Nothing but hard stuff to Carlos Gonzalez.
So Bud Black a visit to the mound with 2 out, 2 on. And he'd like to give Erlin the full 5 innings so he could be credited with a win should the Padres come back and take the lead, bottom of the 5th. But Tulowitzki has hammered him a single and a double and scored 2 runs. So Erlin's night is through. Tim Stauffer in from the bullpen for San Diego.
that cause and trying to keep it going, trying to make sure that we realize there's always going to be that. There's always going to be those people out there that want to judge or want to think better of themselves than other people. And we stand on the field united, wearing 42, letting people know, no, we're all the same.
Well said by Houston Street. Interesting, Earlham pitched 4.2 innings on this day to celebrate number 42. That wasn't his intent. He wanted to go farther, but happenstance. And Stauffer now has a chance this can be his game.
And this is a valuable part of the game, or a valuable part of having a guy like Tim Stauffer in your bullpen. You know, he can pitch late in the game, as he did the other night when they were trailing by a couple runs. Now it's a crunch time situation with Robbie Erlin's runners out there, and one tied up at 2. And a darn good right here. He is again. He's up again, for crying out loud. It's every inning. Troy Tulowitzki.
2 for 2 with 2 runs scored. And now with 2 men on and 2 out.
.313 for Troy off of Tim Stauffer in his career.
And he's a man of many numbers. 42 tonight, but he wore 5 in high school because Garcia Parra, and then as a rookie in the big leagues, he kind of liked that number 2 over in New York.
Yeah,
Derek Jeter, so he wears 2 now with the Rocks.
Tim Stauffer going soft stuff. First couple of pitches, it looked like either a cut fastball, but the first pitch was a breaking ball.
Erlin can't be happy not going 5. Strike out 7 men. That's a lot of pitches.
Yeah, the pitch count got him. Matchups got him. The workload.
Three and 0 with Rosario on deck. 89 pitches total for Erlin. Home run hitting catcher Rosario waits his turn. Tulo might be green lighted here.
Yep.
Close, but not good enough for a called strike, and the bases are loaded on a single by Kadire and walks to Gonzalez and Tulowitzki. This all happening with 2 outs.
Well, it's quiet in the bullpen for the Padres, but I just noticed Darren Balsley going to the phone. Let's see some jackets coming off out there.
Rosario, like Tulowitzki, 2 for 2. A couple of singles. Kadire at third, Gonzalez at second, Tulowitzki at first. Well, that's a lot of expensive property out there.
Well, Darren Balsley may have been going to one of the binders down there on that bench, looking at some scouting reports and some numbers.
That looked like ball 4 to Tulowitzki. Gets a strike call.
Only one left-hander in the Rockies lineup. It's Carlos Gonzalez. Everybody else right-handed hitters.
Base is full of Rocks. Ground ball off the glove of Stauffer, charged by Amarista, can't make the play, and Kadire scores. The Rockies lead 3-2. Well, that was right back to Tim Stauffer. It's ruled a base hit.
Oh, I thought that had 1, 2, 3 written all over it.
Rosario 3 for 3 tonight. He continues to punish Padre pitching. And the couple of walks set the stage for the infield hit. And Colorado leading for the first time. If you're just joining us, Cabrera not in the game tonight. That would have been his play. Sore knee. Amarista unable to come up with it. Here's Arenado. Struck out, sacrifice fly. Base is still loaded. Gonzalez around to third. Tulowitzki to second. Rosario with the RBI single at first. And the run, of course, is charged to Erlin.
I would have corrected myself again. I would have got Tim Stauffer out of the inning. I sit corrected.
2-0.
I'm just full of them tonight, aren't I?
Well, as a comebacker, you know, you'd expect he'd make that play 8 or 9 times out of 10, but got away from him. (3-0), and now in deep water, Stauffer. He's got to throw strikes, or he's going to throw another run. Already 2 walks in the inning, a single. Loaded the bases, then the infield hit Rosario to make it 3-2 Colorado. Oh, green light to Arenado. He might have gone after ball 4.
Yeah, guys, that's when the manager, when you see a hitter up there 3-0 and he's green lighted and he hits it to the opposite field seats, that's not a good sign. You want to be able to try to power that baseball. Didn't look like a good swing by Arenado.
That's what a 22-year-old does. Got to be more selective as Don Roach starts to throw for the Padres. 3-1. Swing and a miss. Tied him up inside.
Yeah, good 2-seamer from Tim Stauffer on that last pitch. Hey, big swing. 2-seamer down and in. Well, he gets extended, doesn't he?
All 3 men on base will be off with this one. 3-2. And they're kind of going out to make sure that he and Stauffer agree on what this pitch should be.
Runner's going to get a head start, a big old head start.
Foul back. This is a big moment in this game. We're in the 5th inning. Colorado has climbed back from a 2-0 deficit with runs in the 2nd, 4th, and now here in the 5th. Tulowitzki in the midst of all the action. And bases loaded, 3-2 with 2 outs to Arenado. Got him on an off-speed pitch. It was breaking away. Oh my. That's a big strikeout for Stauffer, but the Rockies score a run on 2 hits and leave the bases loaded. Halfway mark in this one, 4.5 complete. AT&T. Now Caesar with a shot that he took with beloved Colonel Jerry Coleman. Well done, Caesar.
That's great. Thank you, Caesar, for participating and sending in your fan photo.
Well, the Padres got to starter Juan Nicasio. First 4 men he faced, the Padres base hits, Venable double. Amarista infield single. Seth Smith an RBI single, and Jed Jerko an RBI single. But he's given up nothing since that first inning, except a walk to Smith in the third. The Padres need to get back at this big right-hander who's in rhythm. Stauffer is scheduled to hit second. Nick Hundley will start things here in the fifth.
Yeah, Nick gets on base, and Stauffer possibly bunting him over. If he, it'd be nice if he hits a double, an extra base hit. Get into scoring position.
It's so true that there are pitchers that if you get them early,
yep,
you've got a chance. But boy, Padres had 2 runs in and 2 men on with no one out. Couldn't add on in that first inning, and Nicasio's been pretty stingy since. There's the slider. Second baseman LeMahieu over to Kadire, 1 away. Saturday MLB on Fox Sports 1 is back. Doubleheader, Mike Trout and the Angels against the reigning AL MVP Miguel Cabrera and the Tigers. And then the Diamondbacks square off against Yasiel Puig and the Dodgers. Action starts at 9:30 a.m. out here on the Pacific Coast on Fox Sports 1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. Stauffer, chance to hit. Rare opportunity for a man out of the bullpen. 1-1.
Well, the next off day for the Padres is May 1st. And, this is something Bud Black looks at because, you need to get some innings out of Tim Stauffer, right? It's early in the game. It's the middle of the game. It's the 5th.
Ground ball to the left side, and Tulowitzki there juggles for a moment, but plenty of time to throw out Tim Stauffer. So the command of Nicasio continues. Padres hungry for a hit, haven't had one since the first inning.
So, I remember having a discussion with Bud Black during the offseason about pitching and how, one night can affect down the road 2-3 games, right? And with that stretch of games, and remember the doubleheader in Cleveland and then the off day and then the stretch of those games.
20 straight games without a break. Venable lines that one to right center field for a base hit. Stubbs plays it on a hop, and Venable ends the string of outs being thrown by Nicasio. He had a double to start things in the first inning and scored.
Down and in. Stayed on it nicely. Two out thunder, huh?
Amarista grounded one through the box and fielded out on the outfield grass for an infield hit in the first inning. Flied to left the last time. Venable with 22 steals a season ago.
See Buddy right there. I'm guessing he said something to the home plate umpire on that pivot with his front foot. Maybe a balk move from Nicasio.
Venable without a stolen base thus far, in part because he's not been on base as often as a year ago. Here's an opportunity with 2 outs. Really tough for that first base umpire to make that call, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
A little Settle, take advantage. Inside, right at the letters of Amarista, 2-0.
Well, this was the pickoff that the last pick. Oh, did you see the front foot?
Yep.
The front foot kind of moved a little bit. You've got to pivot off that rubber in front of it before you move that front foot. He kind of moved it and then pivoted.
Now 2-0. 3-0. Someone shout balk. Came to the plate, so perhaps unnerved by the presence of Venable. He's been pitching from the windup since the first inning, with the exception of the 2-out walk in the third. Seth Smith would be next. All full. Oh, my. That sure looked out of the strike zone. Amarista can't believe it.
Oh, wow.
So 3-1 on Amarista. See if Venable's off with this pitch.
Throw to first. Hey, that's a balk. Did you see that front heel come up?
Yep.
See, a lot of runners will look at that heel because that indicates that you're going to lift your foot and go to the plate.
Exactly right. There goes Venable. And it's strike three, so this matters not, as Venable is caught looking strike three. So the Padres gone in the fifth inning. Nicasio with a little chicanery, and here comes Bud Black out to talk about the play at second base. But it matters not. It was Amarista.
It was 3-1.
That was only the second strike.
Right.
Okay, 3-2.
That called strike should be 3-2 now. In fact, that's what I had.
And plate umpire saying something to Nicasio. Laz Diaz, the second base umpire, made the call at second base. Here it is. He's safe. No challenge, however. And after 5 here at Petco, a 3-2 Colorado lead. Coach has been tossed for arguing the strike call on Amarista. Plantier, he let him have it. He got his money's worth.
That's
he
two
missed
of them.
Yeah. That's a familiar wave. And then the umpires, with everyone wearing 42, have to find out who that was. And plate umpire Jeff Nelson was asking Nick Hundley, who did I just throw out? So, top of the 6th, lower third of the order for Colorado. Drew Stubbs against Tim Stauffer. This is the pitch that Plantier really was upset about. Look how much Rosario pulls it back into the strike zone.
Yep.
Swing and 1-2 on Stubbs, who has struck out, and a long fly ball to center.
And sometimes it's hard to bite your lip, but you cannot argue balls and strikes. It's plain and simple. But I can see, if I was hitting coach and I was Phil Plantier, you want to stick up for your guys.
Got to.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mark. In that situation, you do. You have to stick up for your guys. These guys are battling in there. It's a big situation with 2 outs, and you're going to have a situation where it's first and second, and they end up getting out of it because of the stolen base and getting thrown out at second.
2-2 the count. Strike 3 on Stubbs. Second strikeout for Stauffer. That's 9 punch-outs by Padre pitching tonight.
This is a good old-fashioned two-seamer right there at 91 miles an hour. It looks like Stubbs was looking for something else. To me, that's guessing.
DJ LeMahieu drove in a run with a ground single to right field in the second. Struck out swinging in the 4th. Pitcher Nicasio due next. Padres did all the damage early. First 4 men up with base hits off Nicasio and a couple of runs. Nothing since. In fact, the single by Venable in the 5th inning, the first base hit since that first inning in the first 4 batters.
Well, as we mentioned earlier, only one left-hander in the lineup. That's Carlos Gonzalez. And with that said, looks like Alex Torres, the lefty, is heating up. But he's had great numbers against lefties and righties the last few years.
Yeah, just about the same.
Yep.
Just as successful against right-handers, although his wildness has been a bit of a problem. Walked the bases loaded last night. Padres were rescued when Nick Vincent induced Tulowitzki to line into a double play. Full count. So the line on Robbie Erlin, 4 2/3, 3 runs, all earned, 6 hits, 1 walk, and 7 strikeouts to match his career high. Line down the right field line, and that's a fair ball. Denorfia hustles to the line, and there's his throw to second base. This could be close, and he is out of there. Denorfia. Fast fielding and a spin and a throw to second, and wipes out LeMahieu.
What a great play by Chris. Slide, plant that back foot, throw the one-hop strike. Got him. Nice tag on the back also by Alexi, right on the belt on the backside. I tell you, that's a big league play right there.
Yeah, that's
My
a close
goodness.
play too. And here's a weak ground ball to Alonso. He'll flip to Stauffer, and just like that, the inning is over. Bottom of the 6th inning, the Padres need a run to tie. Denorfia with an outstanding assist. Boy, that's a great play. Field slide throw out. A run early on Seth Smith's single to right field. That brought in Venable, who had doubled, and Jed Jerko followed with a single through the hole on the right side, and that plated Alexei Amarista for a 2-0 lead. But Tulowitzki and the Rockies came right back. Tulowitzki scored on this single by LeMahieu down the right field line. Then a double by Tulo, single Rosario, and Arenado with a sacrifice fly made it 2-2. And then in the 5th inning, 2-out single Kadire, walk to Gonzalez, another walk to Tulowitzki, and Rosario's infield hit to make it a 3-2 Colorado lead. Bottom of the 6th, Amarista, Smith, and Jerko scheduled for the Padres. Nicasio still in there. You wouldn't have thought that after he threw more than 30 pitches in the 1st inning. Has 87 as he starts here in the 6th.
Yeah, and only one free pass. When I look at the mechanics of Nicasio, it's kind of herky-jerky and kind of inconsistent with that release point, but only 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. He's got a 1-run lead.
5 hits, but 4 of those at the very top of the 1st inning. And the Padres rallied last night from 4-0 down to win 5-4. Amarista was up there when Venable called out at second base after Amarista thought he'd walked on a 3-0 pitch. '90th pitch coming up from the 27-year-old right-hander Nicasio.
Mark Sweeney, do you look for anything different 3rd time around in the order against Nicasio if you're a Padre hitter?
Yeah, if you're watching this game, it looks to me like the secondary stuff really isn't there consistently enough for Nicasio. So you have to look for those fastballs, hopefully elevate them. The same thing, Mark, but you got to really elevate that fastball that flattens out.
Line drive, Tulowitzki, position just right. 1 away.
On the right-hander Nicasio, there's that fastball that Mark Sweeney was talking about, up in the zone a little bit. Occasionally he's dropping an off-speed pitch in there. We talked about the repertoire of the right-hander. Throws the slider, the changeup. It was told to me before the game that he has incorporated a split. 15 of 20 in the first pitch strike category for Nicasio.
Seth Smith rips that one fair past the diving Kadire. Smith on his way to second. Into the corner goes Barnes, and Smith will pull up at second base with a double. Oh, he's 2 for 2 tonight. An RBI single, now a double, along with a walk. So the tying run in scoring position for Jed Jerko.
That looked like a split-figure fastball. Kind of tumbling out of his hand a little bit, and Seth Smith is all over the off-speed pitch, just keeping it fair. I'll tell you what, Mark Sweeney and Dick Enberg, this kid could hit. We saw him with Colorado. Didn't see him that much with the Oakland Athletics, but flat out, Seth Smith can hit a little bit. Yeah, we've seen some professional bats this homestand especially, and that changeup was giving him problems. He started shifting the field, and now he's locked in. Seems like he's hitting to all fields.
Jerko knocked in a run with a single in the 1st inning. Takes a strike. Seth Smith with the Rockies 5 years, and traded to Oakland, a year with the A's, and now with the Padres. One and one. His best year in Colorado was 2009. He hit .293 with 15 homers. And then 2011, .284 with 15 homers. One and one to Jerko. Just missed that. A high fly to shallow right. Barnes coasts in under it for the second out.
Well, Dick, thank goodness for technology, because with Seth Smith up there, that double, watch out of the hand of Nicasio. Watch how he works around. See the rotation? That's a hanging slider. I thought by looking at the rotation, it kind of tumbled a little bit. May have thought it was a changeup or a split, but after the third look, that was in fact a slider, a hanging slider. It's Seth Smith. It's slider. Seth Smith was all over it.
You've got to get Seth out before you start Smith. Yeah. He's tough.
C-cells in the thesaur.
Chase Headley struck out and grounded out. And he loops that foul out of play. So the Padres with 6 hits off Nicasio, all from the first 4 men in the batting order. The bottom 5 have yet to produce. Headley with a chance to tie it up.
A lot of shaking off. Whole lot of shaking going on.
Late on the trigger, Headley at 92-mile-an-hour fastball was by him. Nicasio in front on the count, 2 strikes as he gets ready for his 98th pitch of the night.
You know, Mark Sweeney and Dick Enberg, looking at Nicasio and the way that Chase Headley's been swinging the bat, it looks to me, guys, like he's late on the fastball. So with that said, if I'm a pitcher, I'm not going to throw him a breaking ball for a strike. It's going to be out of the zone. I'm going to start it in the zone, but start out of the, make sure it ends up out. But maybe challenge him with a fastball here. It looks like he's been kind of late, huh, Mark?
Yeah, it looks like he could elevate the pitch as well with that fastball. But yes, you got to set that up with the breaking ball.
Trying to catch what Rosario just flashed right there as far as signs.
Fly ball. Easy chance for Stubbs. Center fielder has it, and the inning comes to an end. Padres leave another man in scoring position, and we've completed 6, a 1-run game. We're pleased you joined us on this April 15th, 67 years ago. Jackie Robinson breaking the color barrier, the first African American to play in the modern times Major League Baseball. He changed our world. Indeed, deserving of the tag, an American hero. All players wearing the 42 tonight. To pay tribute as we go to the top of the 7th inning, top of the order for the Rockies, Barnes, then Kadire and Gonzalez against Tim Stauffer into his 3rd inning. Charlie Blackmon is going to bat for Barnes. Blackmon, a red hot hitter, batting .478. He went 2 for 5 last night and lost 10 points. Looks good. Look at that average. 22 for 46 for Charlie Blackmon. Off speed in the dirt. That'll be out of play. Brandon Barnes, starting in right field, went 0 for 3. Blackmon, his first major league hit was against the Padre, Dustin Mosley, in June 2011. And another foul back.
I wonder how Dustin Mosley is doing. What a good egg he was.
I bet he's in Arkansas. He might even be watching tonight.
You know what? He was one of those guys. You know, I like to root for all the guys who wear the Padre uniform, but he was one guy in particular. As you take a look at the box score for the Rockies, Rosario in the middle of the order, 3 for 3.
How about Tulowitzki, Rosario? That partnership 5 for 5 tonight.
In the short time that Dustin was healthy, he pitched well.
Yeah.
Dustin Mosley, if you're out there watching, we wish you well. Hope you're doing well.
Getting ready to cheer for the Razorbacks at University of Arkansas in the coming football season. Off the plate, full count now to Blackmon.
Now that was a 2-2 changeup to go to full, 3-2. The old adage, hey, if you throw it 2-2, why not throw it 3-2? Let's see if Tim Stauffer tries to throw it again or locates a fastball here to Blackmon. Outfield playing to go the other way.
Georgia Tech star Blackmon against the Richmond Spider. Line drive to Headley.
Hang with him.
Even the outs are hard.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and description of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres. It is prohibited.
Did it without copy. How about that, sports fans?
In fact, I messed up at I got to be honest. I cannot tell a lie. I messed up at the end.
The message is right. No, it was right. Kadire lined twice to right and singled on a line to left. Interesting to see if Nicasio comes out for the bottom of the 7th inning. He's thrown 97 pitches, more than any of his first 2 games. Into the glove of Hundley, 0-2.
Dave Roberts, the bench coach for Bud Black, on the phone. Now there's 3 phones down there: bullpen phone, press box phone, and might be a line to the clubhouse.
Chop to third. Headley braces himself and throws it away. Kadire safe. Headley's 4th error in this homestand.
Wow. Uncharacteristic, huh?
Yeah, Bill Glover just 2 years ago.
Plenty of time. Crow hop. Worked underneath it and down the line towards the home plate side. Alonso has to leave the bag, which is the right move, but cannot hold on to it.
And so with the left-handed hitting Carlos Gonzalez scheduled to come up, but Black goes out, and undoubtedly it's Alex Torres that he wants to pitch to Cargo. Signal made. That'll be it for Tim Stauffer. A bit unlucky, as the error may have forced the decision by Black. We'll be right back to Petco. Umbilical cord area there on the right, lower right.
Yeah, right here.
It broke away from the mothership.
It looks like a balloon knot almost, like it's a big balloon and it's just tied up right there, doesn't it?
I'd like to go there someday. Would you?
I absolutely.
Yeah.
If somebody said, "Hey, you
got a free
chance?"
trip?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's revisit our keys to the game. Keep battling at the plate. The Padres have done just that tonight. They put together some good ABs. And you know what? Keep playing with a passion that Jackie Robinson would be proud of. He would be proud of that play that Chris Knorfia made going down the right field line, right? And the one hopper to second base to get that runner.
Well, Alex Torres, let's see if he's got better command tonight. Walked 3 in his appearance last evening, and Padres were able to wiggle out of trouble on a line drive double play. Gonzalez has struck out, line to first, and walked tonight. Kadire at first, 1 out, safe on the air.
Yeah, that's a good sign from Torres on strike 1.
Fans down the right field line trying to start the wave, but it's Taco Tuesday and they're weighted down a little bit tonight, you know. I mean, you can get more than one. You can keep eating those at just a bargain price. How come they never wind up
here?
No, we never see. Gonzalez was knocked on his backside on a high inside pitch from Robbie Erlin.
Dick, there are the numbers we were talking about in his career, Alex Torres. Great numbers. Lefties 175, righties 181, only 1 home run allowed to righties
in his career.
Wow.
Runner goes. Swung on and missed. Hundley's throw, not close. So Kadire safe on an error and a steal. Now 1-2 the count on Gonzalez.
On the first move from the left-hander, Kadire takes off. That's the thing. You can't wait until they go to the plate. It'll be much too late.
His first steal of the season. All-around player.
Kadire had 10 stolen bases last year with the Rockies.
Rockies with a chance to add to their 3-2 advantage. That one skipping into the first row. The fans down beyond the Colorado dugout, and Mr. Cargo going to go for a new piece of lumber.
Now that's service right there. That's big league service. You crack a bat, you go back to the dugout. The bat boy knows exactly where your bats are in the bat rack. You just reach for a new one and go to hacking.
Kadire in scoring position. One out here in the 7th. Line to left field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Kadire on the run, turns and holds at third as the throw from Smith comes in. Gonzalez with his first hit of the game. That's 9 now total for the Rockies.
Just hitting exactly where it was pitched. Down and away. Well, he's got some serious plate coverage, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
The leg kick. He's got the weight back on that back leg, and then all of a sudden plants it. Kadire with the secondary lead realizes. He's going to short hop Seth Smith and holds up at third base, first and third. Action in the Padre bullpen.
Torres comes in to pitch to the left-handed hitter, but Gonzalez got the better of that matchup. And here's Tulowitzki. Single, double, scored 2 runs and walked. Perfect 2 for 2. And the man on deck, Willeen Rosario, is 3 for 3. They've done the heavy damage.
Probably get Dale Thayer up in the bullpen for the Padres.
Infield looking for a double play chance to get out of this inning. First pitch strike to Tulowitzki.
Dale Thayer wears the arm sleeve to get loose in that bullpen. Then he'll take that sleeve off on the right arm when he gets hot and comes into the game.
Goose Thayer. Tulo clubs that one way out of play down the right field line. 2 strikes on him. Just as Chet Jerko signed to a long-term extension of his contract by the Padres yesterday, that's what the Rockies have done with this man. He's going to be in Colorado to 2020.
Yep. Carlos Gonzalez, 2017. Todd Helton signed a long-term deal back when he was a young Rocky.
Lock him in. You know they're good.
See if he's going here.
Ground ball could be 2. Amarista, Jerko, Alonso, a double play. 6-4-3, and that bails the Padres out here in the top of the 7th inning. Stretch time at Petco Park, with the Rockies leading the Padres 3-2, and San Diego perhaps building momentum off that double play. Subway in-game box score. And as you can see, all the action from the first 4 men in Bud Black's batting order. Venable with a couple of hits, Amarista with 1, Smith with 2, and Jerko with an RBI single. The rest of the club 0 for 10.
Need to get him going.
Blackman stays in the game, replacing Barnes in right field. New pitcher is Chad Bettis. He'll be 25 later this month from Lubbock, Texas.
And the right-hander Bettis sports a fastball, cutter, curveball, and change. Mid-90s on that fastball. There's Charlie Blackman patrolling right field for the Rockies.
Came up to the big club last year in the second half of the season. Made 16 appearances, did Bettis. Was 1-3 with an ERA up there at 5.64. And Alonso greets him with a line drive into the left field corner. Gonzalez comes up with it. He's daring Alonso to go. And look at that arm. He wanted him to try, didn't he?
You're exactly right, Dick. We've seen Carlos Gonzalez do that many times in left field. He will toy with base runners that hit the ball his way. If he has to go a long way to his right or his left, and the word gets around very quickly. Here he is. Okay, now he
casually,
right,
and then watch out if you're trying to get 2 out of that, because he's got a gun.
Look at that throw, right to the chest of Tulowitzki.
Yeah. But the good news, the Padres have the leadoff man on against Chad Bettis, bringing Denorfia's bunt, a shallow pop, and you can see Kadire. He's an all-out 100% guy. And he ran into the wall last night and looked to be serious, and here he is back in the lineup playing first base, landing on that sore elbow. Denorfia struck out and fly to right. He was trying to push one past the pitcher. Not only sacrifice, but maybe beat it out. Field, that'll chase Blackman back. Ball just not carrying it all tonight. One away. Well, we look forward to seeing you out here tomorrow night. Andrew Kashner, following up on his 1-hit complete game against Detroit over the weekend, will face Jorge De La Rosa. Our TV time, if you can't make it, here on Fox Sports San Diego, the pregame show at 6:30, and then on Thursday, 3 o'clock, Fox Sports San Diego, for the final game of this 4-game series, Kennedy against Morales. Andrew Kashner, he's up on his toes, ready to go. Nick Hundley is grounded to short and grounded to second. The Rockies set up, hoping they get another one here, a possible inning double play. Seventh inning, 1 on, 1 out.
Yasmani Grandal getting loose in the on-deck circle. I think now would be a good time to predict what Buddy Black was talking about. Nick Hundley possibly running into one, as Dale Thayer is now joined by Joaquin Benoit.
And this would be an ideal time to get out in front of one of those fastballs and drive it to left. And he hits it well to left field. Gonzalez back to the wall and makes the catch. And again, the ball hit well, and just everything hit high into this heavy air tonight, just dying. And Hundley thought he had a 2-run shot. Just missed.
Oh, middle in. He dropped the head. He got to it, and I'm wondering if it's just a little bit off the sweet spot. Oh.
Close, but disappointing result. Pulled it a little more.
Yeah.
He'd have had the home run, but that was to the deeper part out in left center. And Gonzalez tracked it down. So it's Yasmani Grandal who will hit. Padres here this young season have had 3 pinch hit home runs. Seth Smith, opening day, led to the 3-1 win. Amarista hit the 3-run homer in Miami, and Xavier Nady with a pinch hit home run. Grandal's due to tag one well.
Yeah, didn't he fly out deep to left field?
Yes, he
in
did.
The Detroit series?
Yes, he did. Right to the wall. Actually, last night he did. In the 5th inning, Grandal.
You're right. Yep.
After he'd lined out to third the first time out.
Yes. And that's the way the outfielders play them. Play Grandal for the Rockies. Play him to go the other way just a little bit. Gonzalez in center field. And Stubbs in center. And even Charlie Blackmon playing towards the right center field gap a little bit in right.
3-0. Top of the order, and Will Venable next for the Padres. Goes to a slider, appeared, or a cut fastball. 3 balls and a strike to Grandal, taking all the way. Now he's hitting if he likes it. Tying run over at first base. Alonso ready to go. The Miami connection. Ball 4. That puts the go-ahead run aboard. Tying run into scoring position. And brings up Will Venable, who's had a good night. A single and a double in 3 trips.
Once again, Dick, the walk. It's a good battle for Yasmani Grandal. Sure, he would love to have an extra base hit, right? But take the walk, pass it on to Will Venable.
And here comes Walt Weiss out of the dugout and goes right to the plate umpire, which is the tip that he's going to make a double switch. And with everyone wearing 42, we're going to have to work on what the replacements might be. There is the new infielder. It might be Pacheco going to first base, or Morneau, who played last night. We'll get it all sorted out for you when we come back. Padres trying to get back at the Colorado Rockies. Airlines. Find Southwest Airlines fares online only at southwest.com. By Petco, where the healthy pets go. And by your San Diego Lexus dealer. And it's tough to sort it out because you have to go by bodies and faces. Easy with the Padres. We're familiar with them, but not the Rockies. Boone Logan is the pitcher, and Justin Morneau has moved into first base. We're trying to sort out if Michael Kadire, now he is out. Okay, we found him in the dugout. We thought they might move him to the outfield, but they've already brought Blackman into the game. He's in right field. So Kadire, one of the top hitters at least, is in the dugout. Morneau takes over at first base and apparently will hit in the 9th spot in the batting order. And Boone Logan comes in to work against Will Venable, left-hander against left-hander.
And Boone Logan is pretty much a two-pitch pitcher, fastball slider, 91 to 96 on that fastball.
Padres have the tying run, Alonso at second base. The go-ahead score, Grandal at first. And it's Xavier Nady who's going to come out and hit for Will Venable. So, a lot of managerial strategy here in the 7th inning.
The long ball, big part of Nady's game. 7 pinch hit home runs.
He takes ball 1. And on Sunday, Nady off the bench gave the Padres an important insurance run on their way to a 5-1 victory to take 2 out of 3 from the Tigers. That was a 422-foot blast to center field. His second home run. He's got 2 hits, and they're both long ones. You're going to have to hit it a ton tonight to get it out of here. We've seen that. 2-0. So Nady has the count in his favor. Logan making his 4th appearance of the season. 2 1/3 innings, has allowed a hit, no runs. .65 left-hander. Checks his swing. Did he go around? No. 3-0. Oh, this makes it interesting. 3 balls, no strikes to Nady. 2 on, 2 out. Bottom of the 7th.
Oh my goodness! Thank you very much.
Yeah, I agree. He went over the bat across the plane, the front edge of home plate. Ball 4. The bases are loaded. Leadoff single by Alonso. 2 out walks to Grandal, a pinch hitter, and pinch hitter Nady. Load him up for Alexi Amarista. Left-hander against left-hander.
Looks like Andrew Cashner is going to pinch run.
Yeah, Cashner has gone out to run for Yasmani Grandal, carrying what would be the go-ahead score. Well, he loves that, a chance to run, and we've seen he's as good as any Padre on the bases.
I'll put him in a race with any of those position players. Be an interesting race.
Amarista has singled up the middle in the first inning and scored one of the 2 runs. Fly to left, and he lined out to shortstop Tulowitzki his last time. Hit it right on the sweet spot, but Tulowitzki didn't have to move. Tying run at third, Alonso. Go ahead runs. Cashner at second. Nady at first.
I wonder what's taking so long with Jeff Nelson behind home plate. He's writing something down on his scorecard. Obviously the changes, but who's in and out of the game?
Well, it's tough because everyone's 42. It's not like you can just write down a number, and he's going to double check here to make sure that everyone is hitting in proper order. Well, we know Amarista as to no change there. But he's asking now with the pinch runner and all, who's going to hit him. Tried to eavesdrop but couldn't quite make out the conversation. But it was all about where are the Padres, what their batting order will be now with these changes. In Miami, Amarista, after fouling off many pitches, was able to hook one down the line just fair for a 3-run home run as a pinch hitter. Led to a very important win for San Diego.
A 9-pitch at bat for Alexi.
Just a line drive single will be just fine, however, and this is just an easy roller to second, and the inning comes to an end. Padres leave 3. We go to the 8th. Rockies 3, Padres 2.
Game show presented by Cox Communications. Guys are scratching and clawing, trying to stay in this one, getting some good defensive help too.
Yeah, you're gonna have to scratch and claw. And defensively tonight, we saw a gem in right field, especially with Chris Denorfia. If we take a look at this on our Fox vision, he has to go the other way because this is going towards the line, but does a nice slide so he doesn't take his momentum going into that wall, not having a chance at all. Stops his momentum and then changes direction and throws a strike to Amarista. Great tag on Amarista on his back, defensively scrapping, giving themselves opportunities to score and try to come back and win this one.
Mark, going forward, Padres, I think, have to take advantage of all of these Rockies relievers' walks. They've walked 6 already in 2 games.
Well, you saw it last night. That was to their benefit. Tonight, they have to snatch one away. Hopefully, they can do that.
Pick up a couple of runs when we see after the final out tonight, Dick and Mark. We're going to have that, plus Buddy Black, and we will preview SD Live, which is going to feature Chase Headley and Dwight Freeney of the Chargers.
All right, Mike. 6 big outs left for the Padres. They call on Dale Thayer to hold the Rockies right where they are at 3-2 and hope that the Padres can come back as they did last night. Willeen Rosario, broken bat single to right, line single to center, infield single off pitcher Tim Stauffer, and that's the difference in the game. It drove in a run in the 6th inning, or 5th inning rather, to make it 3-2.
Dale twirled an inning last night in the 8th. Goose eggs all the way across in that 1 inning of work.
Nady stays in right field. Denorfia moves to center. Ball and a strike to Rosario. Coming into the game, his average at Petco 333, and he's 3 for 3 tonight. Rosario, Arenado, and Stubbs to bat in the top of the 8th against Dale Thayer. Pitched in the 8th inning last night and retired the side in order with a strikeout. Strike 3 called. They finally get Rosario.
Big out. Dale Thayer says, here it is. See how far you can hit it. Great located fastball. The two-seamer that comes back and hits the outside corner, belt buckle high. Yes, sirree. Nice pitch.
And a nice catch and hold there. And he didn't obviously frame it, as we saw earlier when Amarista didn't walk, but the strike was called. Just the way you receive the ball,
sure,
you can influence. That got played umpire Jeff Nelson. Interesting tonight. Pitchers have been in command. There've been only 19 3-ball counts, 9 by San Diego, 10 by Colorado. A ball in the strike here on Arenado. Line to left, a wicked shot to left, and Smith has to hustle, can't quite get to it, and so Arenado can move into second base with a double.
Well, we talk about location being so important many times. And this is a classic case because Dale Thayer wanted this pitch away, and it leaks big time over the heart of the plate. We know the type of swing. Look at where Nick Hundley's glove is. Down and away, maybe shin high. Look at on the inside part of the plate. Arenado just turning on that pitch very nicely.
10th hit for the Rockies tonight. A double by Arenado with one away. And here's Drew Stubbs. He struck out twice and flied to center. Stubbs, well, he's a fine outfielder and a good base runner, strikes out a lot. That's why Cincinnati was willing to give him up. 1-1, and has struck out twice tonight. Three for 20 on the season. Back to Thayer, not able to get the double play. Broken bat, and Thayer, that was a tough play because the ball didn't come back quite as fast as he thought it was. He was ready to reach, and then on the second take, able to snare it for the out.
Yeah, you're fooled by the swing. It's that big swing, and then the ball doesn't hit the sweet spot. You anticipate that ball a little bit more quickly.
So he started.
yeah, he's doing the Matrix. Coming right back at you.
He went right through the Venetian blinds on that one. DJ LeMahieu, and then a single to right, knocked in a run, struck out, and then single to right again. So he likes to go opposite field. Two hits for LeMahieu, 2 for Tulowitzki, 3 for Rosario to lead the 10-hit attack. 295 average for the Rockies' number 8 hitter. Fouled that one into Hundley's glove. Arenado with 2 outs. That's in there, 1-2. Second coming of Goose on the mound. Does that work for you? How about Goose there?
I love that stash.
Now it levels at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rockies in tomorrow night, Thursday afternoon, and then the Giants Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, folks. I hope you're making your ticket plans. Quite a homestand. 3 with the Tigers, 4 with the Rocks, and then the Giants for the first time at Petco this year. Full count. Fans groaning, but that's off the plate according to Fox Track.
Yeah, our Fox Tracks brought to you by our great friends at Southland Technology. You can see that Dale Thayer trying to work that outside part of the strike zone there and trying to stay out of the heart of the plate right there where it's the danger zone.
Slapped into the upper deck off to the right. That fan, he took the brunt of the force, but knocked it down and kept it within range for the souvenir. And another foul. Good cut by LeMahieu. Yeah, bottom half of the inning, Seth Smith, Jed Jerko, and Chase Headley in the heart of the Padres order. Dale Thayer trying to check the Rockies at 3 runs. And Arenado leading off from second base. Another foul. Tough at bat here for LeMahieu. Following out a lot of good ones. Count remains 3-2. 9th spot occupied by Justin Morneau. He's on deck. That's slicing into foul territory and out of play. Finally out to visit his pitcher. Having good fun at the old ball yard. Hey, nothing better. Strike 3 call. Up the outside corner, says plate umpire Nelson. And that's it for the Rockies here in the top of the 8th inning. They leave a man in scoring position. And here's the strikeout pitch from Thayer. Might have gotten the call. Here comes Seth Smith and the Padres.
Hey, grab your friends or family and get to a ball game. You can enjoy big group savings and special seating areas like the Jack Track or Kona Cove. Scoreboard welcomes on-field experiences and much, much more. Bring your group of 20 or more to a Padres game at beautiful Petco Park by getting on the horn and calling 619-795-5555 or emailing groupsales@padres.com right now. Have some punting at the old ball yard.
And it is a good time. You know, talking with my young son Ted, and he said, you know, it's just really different this year, Dad.
Yeah.
The food courts are great. They're really healthy food places. And the energy in the ballpark. The use of the scoreboard. That lovely feeling was just sung by the fans here. Didn't like the call on Seth Smith. Strike one. Smith with an RBI single to right in the first inning. He walked in the third and doubled to right in the sixth. Weak wave there. And it's 0-2. Padres have a couple of men up in their pen. And he goes around again. So the breaking ball really got to Smith there, 2 in a row. He takes a long walk, one away.
Hey, go right back to it. You know, a lot of people were chirping that first pitch was possibly a ball, according to Fox Tracks. It hit the lower half of the strike zone, and then he just went right back to it. Bang, bang, bang.
So Boone Logan does the job. He takes care of Seth Smith. So Walt Weiss on his way to the mound. And with right-hander Jurko scheduled next, and then Headley Matasani's a switch hitter. He's going to go to the pen and bring in a right-hander. Try to identify the new pitcher for the Rockies. One out in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Padres, this was their big inning last night when they got a couple of gift runs and a 5-4 comeback win. It gives us a chance to go. Then they get that single from LeMahieu to bring in Tulowitzki in the second inning, and then this play caromed off Stauffer, and unable to pick it up was Amarista, and that's the difference in the game right now. A single back in the 5th inning. The other run by the Rockies in the second, a double Tulowitzki, and eventually a sacrifice fly from Arenado. Adam Ottavino comes in from the bullpen, a big right-hander.
We'll take a look at the numbers from Adam Ottavino. Fastball, high 80s to mid 90s. He throws a slider, a lot of sliders. In fact, slider heavy from Ottavino, and a changeup as well. Starting off pretty well, 6 2/3. Opponent's only hitting $136. We're going to go and show our fans a little bit of the Fox vision in last night's ball game. In the 8th inning, the wild pitch, Xavier Nady on third. He's got the vision of home plate. He recognizes that the ball gets by. He is off. Okay, now Rex Brothers, he gets the bad throw. It goes by the mound. Head first slide. Tulowitzki cannot come up with it. Seth Smith is rounding third base.
That was a good, aggressive base running. Smith at second base, able to come all the way around and score. Ooh, there's that big breaking ball, a slider with a lot of action on it. Strike one to Jurko. RBI single in the first. He's grounded out and flied out since. 1-1. Ottavino making his 8th appearance, 6 2/3 innings, allowed only 3 hits, no runs. So he's been tough. Most effective of the real relief corps for Colorado. 2 balls and a strike to Jurko. Slider. Headley on deck. Padres a golden opportunity in the 7th, bases loaded, but Amarista bounced out on the first pitch. Popped up. Back of second. LeMahieu calling for the second out.
Out in front of that breaking ball from Ottavino. You can even hear it all the way up here off the edge of the bat. Take a look at the swing. Jed Jerko. Front side's open up a little bit. Working underneath it.
Chase Headley 0 for 3. Struck out, grounded out, flied out. Wow. Going to try to bunt his way on. Padres would like a little more than a bunt here. They'd like to see him go after that Petco porch.
Justin Morneau at first base guarding the line. He's a dive away from the chalk line.
And he bounces a 2-hopper to Morneau. He'll take it to the bag. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Padres in the 8th. Top of the 9th we go. A 1-run game. The Rockies lead it. The first inning with a run in the second, another in the 4th, and took the lead 3-2 with a run in the 5th inning. Last call here in the 9th, and Don Roach comes in. And don't wander away. Padres Live right after the game with all the highlights, all the scores, instructional. Get you set up for tomorrow's game with Andrew Kastner on the mound. So stay with us here on Fox Sports San Diego. Don Roach is the pitcher.
Well, Don Roach, Dick, has had to reintroduce himself to the mound out there. The last time he threw was in Miami back on April 4th. That's right, April 4th. 2 innings, 3 hits, a couple of runs. He walked a couple of Marlins.
11 days on the Pines.
Yeah.
He's ready to go.
But if he's got that sinker working, he's got that sinker and that curveball. He's got a good one.
Justin Morneau hitting in the 9th spot will lead it off. Then the top of the order, Charlie Blackmon and the pitcher spot.
Don Roach also sports a split-fingered fastball as well. 2-seam, 4-seam, occasionally a curveball and a split.
That one doesn't quite kick into fair territory. Hundley was hoping he could get it. 1 strike to Morneau. Former Minnesota Twin star hitting .318. He got some bats. Headley off third. watching Chase throw the ball, it doesn't look like he has a real fluid throw, and whether his shoulder's bothering him. You watch the motion here. It's not just a nice easy throw. He's pushing it a bit.
Kind of guiding it a little bit, maybe.
But maybe that's just a cautious play. But it certainly isn't firing it over there the way he's accustomed to. Anyway, one away, got the job done, and here's Charlie Blackmon. Flied out twice, struck out, and lined to third. Excuse me, he lined to third. The leadoff hitter Brandon Barnes started the game. He flied out twice, struck out, and then Blackmon entered as a pinch hitter in the 7th and lined out to third. It's Tim Stauffer. Corey Dickerson is on deck. The pitcher's spot due next.
LaTroy Hawkins, big right-hander.
Well, he's been around forever.
Yes, he has. He's had a nice little career. Very good career.
Hard slider, live fastball. Way off the mark again. Two and two. Again off the mark. Full count.
Don Roach has such good movement on that sinker when it's working for him that he can actually just guide it towards the center of the plate, let the ball do the work, and get a lot of lefties to roll it over, even break a lot of bats off the end of the bat.
After jumping in front of the count, 2 strikes, 4 pitches all wide, and Blackmon's aboard. That'll bring up Dickerson as a pinch hitter. Dickerson just 6 at bats on the season with 1 hit. Came up to the big club for half a season a year ago. He moved rapidly up the ranks in the Colorado system. He was an 8th round pick back in 2010 and made it to the big leagues in 3 years. Hit .263 last year.
As an infielder, you have to really be aware of a sinker ball pitcher like Don Roach, because you'll get a lot of choppers right out in front of home plate. That's why Chase Headley in on the grass. Need a ground ball right here. Hold them. And they should get back in that dugout and have a walk-off, and Don Roach find himself going home with a big league win.
Yeah. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 9th, Mark Grant, it'll be Alonso, Denorfia, and Hundley scheduled for the Padres.
Sounds like a run to me.
I like your thinking. Well, the pace of the game has just slowed tremendously. It's a 3-2 game, and it's going to be well over 3 hours.
Infielders on their toes looking for that grounder. Whoa, he got crossed up.
Yeah. Hundley did a good job of catching that ball.
And there's no runner on second base. That's the thing. That kind of surprising.
Hundley does a great job. Look, he's looking for a fastball low, and he gets a breaking ball high.
Yeah, and you know what? The one person that's very thankful and grateful for all that is the home plate umpire, Jeff Nelson.
And that was aimed right for his chops. Runner goes. Throw by Hundley. Not in time and not handled anyway by Amarista. Stolen base for Blackmon. A walk and a steal as good as a double. Blackmon doing everything right. That's his fourth stolen base.
I can almost smell that one as Walt Weiss trying to get that fourth run into scoring position. All around good player, Charlie Blackmon.
Yeah, in the offseason, when they traded Dexter Fowler to Houston, raised a lot of eyebrows as why would they let him go? Well, that's why Charlie Blackmon is going to be a great replacement in center field. He can hit, he can run. Well, Roach is struggling with his control now. 2-0 to Dickerson, and now 3-0.
See, this is where Bud Black, he throws the rookie pitcher out there, showing confidence. Hey, go out there, kid. We need to throw up a 0. We need you in this situation. It's only a one-run game.
He's got Carlos Gonzalez and Troy Tulowitzki ahead. There's a strike. 3-1. Roach went down, turned his ankle up here as he released the ball. He's okay. Darren Balsley, the pitching coach, and Bud Black. He's certain he's okay. Landed awkwardly.
Oh, yeah, his right ankle twisted on him.
Ball 4. So a couple of walks here with one out in the 9th inning. And that sets the table for Carlos Gonzalez, and Darren Balsley had a little pitching tip for the young right-hander.
Well, the one thing I would say if I were in this position going out to talk to Don Roach, okay, hey, let's concentrate on working that sinker in the center of the plate. You've got good movement. A lot of your pitches are leaking off the plate. Why? Because you've got a lot of movement. Don't try to pinpoint that sinker by aiming it towards the outer half of the plate. It's going to end off about 2-3 feet. Let's concentrate on burying that fastball knee high, middle of the plate, let the ball do the work.
That might be exactly the message to Roach. With 2 on now and 1 out.
And you know what, at times, Dick, pitchers get a tendency in this situation to try to aim the ball. And it all boils down to trusting your stuff and throwing that sinker towards the middle of the plate and hoping they beat it into the ground for a grounder.
Gonzalez a single and a walk tonight. He's lined out and struck out. Tulowitzki has had a big night. 2 for 3. Single double, scored 2 runs. Is on deck.
And obviously the thing you don't want here, Dick, is for the floodgates to open up, right?
Pitch like this is getting into the World Series. Get him out. Breaking ball.
First pitch curveball, nice.
Not a bad curveball at all.
Really good one.
Strike 2. Yeah, he got a call there, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Two-seam fastball, sinker, starting it in. Yes, he did, Mr. Enberg. He did get a call.
Aboard on walks. Blackmon at second, Dickerson at first. 1 out here in the 9th. After Gonzalez, Tulowitzki lurking. Padres trying to slam the door here in the 9th, but the wildness of Roach has put 2 men aboard. Oh, that's the same spot where he called a strike, but this one accurately called a ball, and the count is 1-2. Nelson's been a little inconsistent tonight. Earlier in the game, Phil Plantier, not liking his calls, was given the heave-ho. arguing with the umpire. Up the middle. Jerko gets one. Oh. Double play 4-3 for Jed Jerko. Didn't waste time on the flip to the shortstop. He did the job himself. That's it for the Rockies in the top of the ninth. Here come the Padres. A 3-2 game. A run to tie, 2 to win it. Alonso will lead it off. Two runs way back in the first on 4 consecutive hits. Venable, Amarista, Smith, and Jerko, but all quiet since. Have they saved something special for the end? LaTroy Hawkins, the 41-year-old right-hander on the mound for the Rockies.
Into his 20th year of Major League service. He has had one heck of a career, and in the short time this season, he's worked 3 2/3 innings. Opponents only hitting a 143 off LaTroy with a couple of strikeouts.
Yeah, it takes a full page to chronicle his minor league and major league record. First played pro ball in 1991.
Wow.
And came up to the big leagues, Minnesota, in 95. So this makes it 20 seasons. Minnesota for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 years. Cubs for a couple. Then San Francisco for part of a season. Baltimore, Colorado, Yankees, 2 with Houston, Milwaukee, Angels, Mets last year. He's been around the circuit. And now with Colorado the second time. Well, yonder Alonso will start it. He singled sharply to left field back in the 7th inning when the Padres loaded the bases on his single and a couple of walks, and Hundley just missing a home run. And the ground ball right at LeMahieu. 1 pitch, 1 out. Denorfia struck out and fly twice to right.
LaTroy Hawkins, Dick, is a 4-pitch pitcher. Fastball, slider, curveball, change. He can still get it up there to mid-90s.
Still gets that fastball up, 92, 93 miles an hour, Hawkins. Ball 2. The attendance tonight on Taco Tuesday and Jackie Robinson Day, of course. 18,012. We expect a crowd well over 20,000 tomorrow for Andrew Kashner. Ball 3. Northia trying to get on there, bring the winning run to the plate.
Well, the fans got the rally hats going. They need some rally hats and maybe some rally shillelaghs to get a run or two across here.
They barreled that fastball in there at 92. Taking all the way to Northia. 3 balls and a strike. Nick Hundley next. Smothered foul.
Well, if Christian Orphy was going to do any damage, it was on that last pitch there. 3-1 pitch. Just got on the top half to foul it off.
Padres still have Rene Rivera and Tommy Medico available to pinch hit. Pitcher spot is 3 away. Full count. High chopper. That's going to be tough. Even Tulowitzki. Can he get him? No. And the ball skips away, but not far enough for Denorfia to get to second base. So he pounces one off home plate. That kangarooed high enough that even with Tulowitzki charging, Denorfia hustles up the line for an infield hit. Well, the time runs on.
You know what? The Padres are trying everything they can, right, to get a runner in scoring position to possibly tie this game. On this play right here, see how the ball gets away? Now, it's human instinct. You want to get to second base, right? So credit Chris Denorfia for not, after crashing the bag, for not, if he makes one little move towards second base, he's a hot potato. And did you see Justin Morneau? When he got that ball, he went over to touch Denorfia before he got to the bag, and the umpire signaled safe. He did not make a movement.
Hundley right to third, Arenado to second, back to first. Double play, and the ball game is over. The Colorado Rockies see the Padres score 2 in the first, but nothing the rest of the way, and they win it 3-2. And our Carl's Jr. star of the game is the shortstop, Troy Tulowitzki of the Colorado Rockies. 2 for 3 tonight, scored 2 of their runs, fielded impeccably, and helped the Rockies to square this series at 1 game apiece. Padres Live is next, and here's Mike Pomerantz.
Well, Dick, the Padres certainly had some opportunities. We're going to talk about those when we see in the post-game show. Jackie Robinson, we have a tribute, and you'll hear from Buddy Black. Plus, we have a sneak preview of SD Live, which follows us immediately.